Good.
Journal?
I haven't read the journal, mate. No, sorry. I have not read the journal.
Jesus, man.
Well, fill
You've
me
not
in.
been-
Fill me in for our viewer.
Well, this is quite special. You went into a zombie shop and you bought some zombies. That's basically it.
Okay.
Oh, do we have a YouTube link again this week?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in the old
There's a little shop here called Dead Man's
chatty
Corner.
chat. 1 second. YouTube channel. Posting it up. And in general as well. There you go. Okay, I'll put it in the Discord YouTube channel, all the general bit.
Cool.
Nice.
No worries.
Okay. So at the end of last session, Obi ran into somebody else connected with his house. The halfling's gone off to look after him, partly because I think he would have done, but also partly because I kept forgetting he was actually in the party and forgetting to drag his token around, so really bad dealing on my part. But either way, the halfling Hegrid is off. Reg came up with a plan to take down the Xanathar's Guild in Skullport, which involved, well, basically flying around Skullport are these 13 demi-lichers, these flaming skulls. They used to be magic users and the Netherese, and they built up Skullport originally. They used to own the joint, and they used to rule it with an iron fist. But this being medieval times, people were quite happy being ruled with an iron fist, and they thought it was very fair. People could smuggle in peace without being bothered by, angry bugbears and drow and so forth. They felt it was a time of smuggling plenty, and so many people on the streets are thinking perhaps it's time to get back to that. And Reg has come up with a plan whereby you could possibly get these demolitions on side and start just a big fight with the Xanathar's Guild, because that seems like a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about where we left it, really. Pete's got no money left because he gave his money to Howard to look after.
Yeah, and we should all have one potion of healing. I have a spare potion of greater healing.
Potions of healing, Pete.
All funded by Obi. Thank you, Obi.
It's just money. What am I gonna do with money?
Yeah. I still haven't figured out you have my diamonds. Someday I will. I should roll every session to see if I check my backpack. So we have Alan. We have our 4 zombies that we purchased. Apparently, they're good at running point for people.
Okay.
Yeah, so the witch sort of the hag at the shop advised you that other adventurers had used them to send them down the corridor first in order to check for dangerous traps. But they also they'll do what you tell them.
And we've each got one.
I can't remember who had.
I
what
did not
zombie.
purchase one.
I
Well,
don't-
yeah,
I
we
think
kind of
Howard
divvied them up, and then I
did
was
with all of them,
controlling
right?
all. I was controlling all four just because it was
Right.
easier. But
That makes
feel
sense.
free to take one.
I mean, I'm not interested in controlling undead. That's not really my thing, if I'm honest.
Uma, are you interested in having control of one of the zombies?
I mean, surely you are, Drow. You like all that stuff.
Not really. No, I'm just gonna keep quiet. But
Okay.
happily put a zombie in the way of any traps without a.
I
you know.
raise a cow eyebrow at that statement.
Uma, I'm gonna give you control of Rosie.
Right. Fine.
Don't give me one of them, dwarf. I'll end up killing it.
I'll look
Yeah.
after Rosie. So I
You've now
can
got
afford
full
it.
access to Rosie, and I'll give the
I
rest to
might be-
Grim.
I might be interested in torturing Rosie as I go along, just for a bit of sport.
It's great to have Drow in the party.
My other cow eyebrow raises in her direction.
Both eyebrows now up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll get back to doing whatever I'm doing. So where are we going then, Grim and Obi? What's the plan?
Well, the other bit of info we garnered from the tankard was that I guess an alchemist shop. The owner there has more info on these demi leashes.
Oh,
Figure out
let's
what's
head
going on
there then.
And there's also the what is it, the dragon bone or whatever the hell it is that we need to get to. We have some business there. Oh, Dragon and Flagon. Apparently it's northeast of where we are now. Obi knows the way.
It's on this level for sure.
Why don't we head that direction?
Let's go towards the alchemist. That sounds fun. Is that in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know where the alchemist is yet.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we
So-
head towards the Dragon and Flagon? Og knows what that is.
We go north, are we?
Yeah, it's kind of the cabin that's hollowed out heads to the east. There's not much. There's not much more town to the north. It's like a couple
Okay.
of houses, and then it kind of ends in the end of the cave. If you look up, there's levels of Skullport above you with these walkways, and occasionally someone shiftily crosses them, but it's not well populated on the streets currently.
Hey, Grim,
Yes, Obi.
how much money did I give you last session?
You gave me. Let's see here. Actually, it's in the.
I gotta say, I'm very, very tired.
I think you did have a long rest last session on a rock.
Cool.
250 GP and 8 platinum.
Okay.
Yeah, we ended up, just so you know, we ended up spending 400 GP or actually 450 for everything. So
Yeah. I
the bank
I
itself might
just have quite a bit of coin, and I didn't denote it off, but I'm still very, very much flush, so it's fine.
So, are we all rested up? Are we, DM? Is
Yeah,
that
I mean,
legit?
you all got a rest on. Is that right? You all took a rest on a rock.
on a rock. Yep.
I seem to have inspiration as well. What the hell did I get? Is that right or not?
That must have been from the previous session.
Okay.
I
Fine.
didn't give you the last session on the grounds that you weren't here.
Okay.
Yeah, while I was controlling your character, I did some awesome role play and gave myself inspiration for it. You know?
Good. I think that's legit. DM is your game.
Yeah.
Well, I still have my. I think 3 sessions ago we all got inspiration for.
Yeah.
what it was.
I haven't used
I don't
it
think you
yet.
ever used yours. Yeah.
No.
So
Okay.
feel free to make if you see
Inspiration.
anything of note that you pass, I will mention as you go.
Wednesday has got inspiration.
Yeah, Wednesday's dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've seen that.
Yep.
Her body was devoured.
So, but in front of you, Grim, there's like a little alleyway between two houses. It's easy to get through. Yeah, you can see like this whole area to the left is part of the Black Tankard, and there's like some windows are smashed and boarded up, and there's like piles of grim-looking rubbish piled up outside. There's an old boot sticking out of one of them, and it's not clear to you whether that might be attached to a foot still somewhere under that pile of rubbish.
I'll go ahead and send Wheezy, the little zombie, over to check out the rubbish, see if what's connected to the boot.
Kind of as Wheezy pulls the boot, and out comes half an orc leg.
So I bet he starts
Oh.
gnawing on it, doesn't he?
Your people.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, Grim, the whole city is my people. So, just because that appears to be, a kin of maybe some long lost generation of Ogbens, doesn't mean I know them.
Fair enough.
I mean, people here are going to be
Just
okay
like
with all
you
these
didn't
zombies,
know
right?
all of those dead dwarves up top.
Well, I felt like I knew them.
Well, your people may have a greater kinship than mine.
Fair enough.
Accurate.
I mean, people in this town are used to zombies walking around.
There's not a lot of people walking around town,
Okay.
except it's pretty dark because it's underground and it's not potentially nighttime. And out of this alley up here, I'm just going to ping it for you. You see, there's a hooded, cloaked man. He's got a hood. He hasn't got his hood up. Sorry, but he's got a hood on the back of his cloak, and he is with. She's a lady, and some of you may recognize the man pretty quickly, actually, from portraits that you have seen. The gentleman in question is, or appears to be, the Archmage Hallister.
Og rolls his eyes.
And you just hear him. It kind of comes across like towards where you guys are, actually, like right in the middle of the street. And he seems to be, as he walks, staring into the eyes of the robed lady who he is with.
So he hasn't seen us yet, then?
He's not seen you. He's just not reacted to you.
Is he up here?
He's kind of here.
He's over here.
Oh.
Yeah, he's walking down that corridor, that space between the houses there towards you. And you hear occasionally and you hear him, yes, and then you should see what he did with the hair. Yeah.
I'll take my great axe out and just rest it on my shoulder in classic barbarian style.
Do we recognize the voice of the lady as perhaps having heard it, disembodied at some point or another?
Nope,
In a magical pearl.
She doesn't seem familiar at all.
Okay.
They both seem mortal. They seem like a couple of old a lady and a gentleman just out on a date more than anything. They've got their arm in arm.
Are they both human?
And as it approaches, dwarf, move your zombie. It's in my way. Thank you.
There you go, Hallister.
An
Have
old
at it.
gentleman is entitled to a night of whimsy.
Does he not react? Does he react to him being called Hallister?
No, just nods. Yeah, so it seems like it's Hallister. Like for real.
Could you point us to the apothecary by any chance, or the alchemist? We seem not to know where that shop is.
Follow the nose. Follow your nose. There's always strange smells from there. I like it very much. Now, Good evening to you. If you will permit me my night. And he starts to kind of goes round the zombies this way and starts heading off to the south. And as he whispers, as he kind of gets just to the south, he whispers something into the lady's ear. She's like, Alistair.
We not want to like do something with him. I'm not really 100% on the backstory. Isn't he meant to be like a complete bastard?
Yeah, a powerful bastard, unfortunately.
Mm.
And I wouldn't want to, make him unhappy, given he's on a date.
Share his hand out very much, but there you go.
Yeah.
It's that guy.
I imagine.
Right down to the wild eyes, although he seems calmer than in the picture.
Well, the last time that we even remotely saw him was through our little pearl of power communicator, and it was like hitting a solid wall trying to go after him. So,
Yeah.
Not a good idea to age them. Yeah.
No.
I get you.
well,
And he just, as he turns the corner, he does shout back to where they can see, enjoy your toils in my dungeon. Well done for being alive.
I tip my circlet of blasting to him.
I just snort.
And he ends up going around the corner and going out of view.
Ah. That's good job Dave's not here, otherwise you'd have attacked him.
You would be dead by now.
He would be dead.
no, Dave is very much playing a support character for this game, and I don't know how to.
Take that.
Just don't know how to feel about it.
Can I try to take Hallister's word at its word, and I take a sniff. Do I smell any, I don't know, alchemy?
You can't anywhere near you.
Okay, fair enough.
But again,
heading
it's a multi-level town. There are the smell of the black tankard is still acrid in your nose.
Very pungent.
It is. Obi, can you move your token now?
Cannot.
That's weird because it's definitely assigned to the right place.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's really odd. Like, I'm just checking now. It seems to be assigned to Ogbenbar, and Ogbenbar, the PC, seems to be assigned to you. That's all a little confusing. It might be worth restarting the browser.
Okay. No issue. I'll be right back.
Only because I just didn't change. I haven't changed settings from last time, so it's worth a check. Anything else you guys want to do as a result of that interaction, or are we persevering?
Not for me. I'm pretty.
I don't see any upside to hanging out with Hallister.
No.
He's just not a very, I don't know, trustworthy, stable person.
Yeah, it's a 20 level dungeon that potentially metagamey may take you all to level 20, and we're not a quarter of the way there yet. So.
Out of that dungeon, he's actually on level 23. But anyway, we'll get there later.
Reinforcing the point.
Yeah.
Does anything else look open in this vicinity, or
Yes, it does. There are a few lights on, people moving in the background, kind of thing. But there is definitely something open to the south of where you are.
Down here? Sorry. There?
It looks like it's kind of got an industrial look to it. There's 3 metal-looking chimneys, and they kind of the whole building. It's this little area where there's a black square actually. The whole building goes on to the second level. Most of these buildings only go one level, and then there's walkways above them. This particular building here, it goes on to several levels. And it's got these 3 iron chimneys, and there's smoke billowing out, like something is being created or burned at the very least.
DM, would I know what that building is?
Oh yeah, it's a distillery.
Oh well, yep. Away we go.
I'm sorry. Yes, we have a whole catch of Durgar ale to sell?
Friends, please follow me this way. Booze.
Yeah, there's an entrance just here. And,
I'll go ahead and tie up my zombies right about there.
makes sense. I mean, they won't go anywhere if you tell them not to, but honestly, if it makes you happy to tie them up, they've all got leashes, so
Yeah, I like tying them up. It's just feel more secure.
If you're going inside, who's going inside first, or are you going inside? Or
I think I would, if Grim's entering first, I would be directly behind him.
Oh, I was going to suggest Og, you go in first.
Sure. In
Right
Og
behind you.
goes.
I'm right behind him.
Yeah, I'll go behind.
Greetings, high and mighty and wonderful patrons of the finest. Oh, who am I trying to get? This is Pig's Will. But it's booze if you want to buy some.
I sort of sniffed
Well,
it.
hail and well met, bartender.
Yeah, well, it's not often we see your kind here, dwarf. See the odd minotaur. Normally, the only dwarves we get are more of the dark persuasion.
Ooh.
You have anything other than Worm Whiz?
Oh yes,
That's
I've
growing
got a
old.
whole, anyway, I've got a crate of. Oh, no, that's out. Oh, amberjack. I can get you some amberjack.
Had some of that. Could you
Oh,
use a whole bunch
I've
of
got,
Durgar ale?
I've got some goat's head ale here. It's a bit. It's 10 gold pieces for the cask.
That doesn't sound very good.
This stuff's actually pretty good. It's real goat's head.
Nah, not for my taste.
I seem to like it. What did you say about ale and stock and so forth?
We happened to stumble upon a secret stash of Durgar ale in one of the upper floors, and we're looking to start our own little trade route, per se.
Do you want to sell it or
okay.
not?
Well, what, I can sell. I can sell you as much amberjack as you can carry, or this worm whiz. It's an acquired taste.
No. Good sir. Listen very closely. We're trying to sell you booze.
Oh, right then.
Very good stuff.
How good are we talking? Have you got a sample?
Ooh,
Grim?
I think I do. I pull out my little flask, which is like the last ounce that I've been like just sipping ever so slightly since our time north of the mimics. Here, try this.
Mostly spit in there, surely.
Oh, you won't be disappointed. Hand it over to him.
Well, even if it is mostly spit, I assure you it's still better tasting than what you're serving.
The worm whiz has gone down very well with the local troglodytes. All right. Yeah, tries a bit. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's not bad. If you could, I mean, I could get rid of that for you and pass it on.
I don't know, Grim. What do you think? Do you think this establishment is maybe too shabby for such fine vintage?
I think so. I think the clientele wouldn't appreciate the offering.
Oh, hang on.
He wouldn't dare afford it anyway.
Just
perhaps we go to the higher tiers where there might be more refined palates.
Let's not be. That's very, very hasty. Yeah, the dragon and flagon. We don't really want it to serve. They can't be trusted. There's a half drow runs it. Ooh, can't trust those half drow.
I look at Uma, raise an eyebrow.
Oh, not the full.
Uma is just looking around in absolute disgust.
Not the full drow, lovely, wonderful creatures, mistress. Yeah, but the half drow, scum.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah. How much you be trying to sell this these barrels for then? How many can you bring me?
Well, there is the matter of retrieval.
Hang on. So, I'm not very fast on the uptake, but you telling me you haven't actually got the ale that you want to sell me?
I had to
No,
roll
but
my
it's in a
eyes.
secured location,
Secure
and we have a
location,
map.
great. Oh, that's
We have-
secure. Great.
We have a secured location, and it
that
is
somewhere in Waterdeep or Skullport, or
Why don't we talk business before we turn over a map to the direct location?
oh yeah, I mean absolutely. I mean this stuff is pretty good. I could go as high as 10 gold for a barrel of this stuff.
Interesting. Interesting.
How
I'll
many
t-
how many barrels have you got to shift? 2, 3?
I think it's in upwards of 50.
Did you say you had 50 barrels of this? Oh my god, you are kidding! 50 barrels of this.
Do I look as though I'm a person who jokes about business transactions, sir?
I just sort of chuckle.
DM, what kind of creature am I talking to?
The dwarf.
Oh.
Oh.
A regular dwarf? Like one
It's a
of Grimm's kin?
It is a regular. It's a shield dwarf.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, well, he's a shyster. If I recall correctly, those barrels were at least 50 GP each.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's absolutely accurate. Well remembered.
Well, actually, you said 40, but I upped it, so there you go.
Yeah. It's
As I said previously, Grim, maybe
40 barrels worth 40 apiece technically in the open market.
Gotcha.
But you also have the
Maybe-
disadvantage of not actually having possession of them.
True.
That doesn't matter.
We have cleared the path, however, beholders and such.
And
Oh.
I definitely have a map because that was one thing
Yep.
I absolutely told you, Matt,
Okay.
that I
So how do
transcribed
you
a
wish
map.
to proceed with negotiations of trying to sell your nothing that's in a heavily guarded dungeon?
Oh, listen, Matt, it's not nothing. We have a map.
The value's in the map right now, my dwarf friend.
Right.
Depends where he's been keeping it. I know what you dwarves are like with that.
I'm sitting down with facing the door at one of the desks, one of the tables, just fit my
Yeah, he's
hooves up.
As your monitor, you're trying to get him to intimidate me. I'm not intimidated easily. There must be like 50 dwarves out back. We could probably take you all.
I'm
Don't
not
try
trying to
scare me with
intimidate
your-
you,
don't
Mr.
try and
Dwarf.
scare me with your monitor and your drow.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm really tired. I've been killing lots of things in the last 8 weeks. I'm just put my hooves up.
No.
Don't need to worry about me,
Alright.
Mr. Dwarf. You'd know if I was
Grim.
trying to intimidate you.
How much do you require for the map then? I would take the map off your hands, but the fact that you don't have it in possession and you need I assume it's somewhere local where I can get to easily.
Fairly local, yes.
All right, I'll take the map off your hands. How much you want for it?
Allow me to have a sidebar with my colleague.
Yeah, very well. That's
Read my
pretty
mind.
straightforward.
And I would like to walk at least full movement away from the dwarfs and the bar.
Noted.
I'll try and distract the dwarf as well by just staring at him or something, or just trying to freak him out.
So, Grim, I feel like this is a very lucrative opportunity in that why don't we just copy the map, sell copies of the map to every tavern, and collect money?
You read my mind. Obviously, not the accurate map, however.
Right.
Right. We need to pick a different location on, I think, as you know, we don't want them actually getting to the barrels.
Send this one to the face spider nest.
I would say, Grim, that maybe we make maybe we make true copies and false copies, and whoever the highest bidder is, we let them know that competition has access to maps as well, but this is the true map. And sell it
Yes,
for a higher price.
I'm
I
loving the way
totally
this is
agree.
going.
You read my mind.
While you're saying that, the dwarf's going to try and strike up a conversation with the Minotaur and the Drow. All right, so you had horns long then?
Well, as you can see, I've got 1.5 horns left.
Yeah. Or I can give you a nice ornament for the top of that one on the left. That looked pretty smart. Listen,
Show me, dwarf.
he's got like a golden. It looks like it's a tooth ornament, like a large fang, but actually it does look around the same circumference as the end of your horn that's broken, like with a little bit of glue of some kind. You could probably end up with like a golden tipped horn.
Oh God, Matt. See, half of me is going, just give it, take it, and the other half is like going, it's just going to kill me or turn me into a sheep or something. Oh, this is very interesting. Where did you get this from? Where did you acquire this from, dwarf?
Oh, I got it from my mother. Fine battle dwarf.
Is it a drinking horn or something? I could use that.
No. She said it came off a statue way underneath the dungeon somewhere, like a dragon, and well, it's not a real dragon's tooth, obviously, but it looks to be he kind of hefts it. I mean, if I'm a dwarf, this is pure gold, and I've never had a use for it. But for a price, I could certainly part with it.
How much do you want for it, dwarf?
Wow, I mean, we're basically friends now, right? I could do it for as little as 50 gold pieces for the piece.
Let me have a look at it. Can I? I won't go anywhere. Can I just have a look at it? And I sort of like want to.
Hey, Drow, is that a real tentacle you've got wrapped around your? Is that a tentacle?
Get away from me, dwarf. I'm not in the mood for your swindling little games.
Right, yeah. So 40 gold pieces, just like I was saying then, for the you can have it for 40. Just maybe the Drow stays over there, I stay behind the counter, and we do business. Where are your friends gone?
Can I just dwarf, I need to have a look at this thing. Can I just take it to my friends over there?
Yeah, very, very well. I trust you on account of us all being friends. Are you intending to steal it?
No, not at all. My dwarfish friends. I just need to have my friends help me out.
He's going to roll insight, and I'll just get a sense of whether or not. Okay, yeah, if you're telling the truth, he nods along and he believes you.
Yeah. So I sort of take it over, sort of to Grim and Obi, and say, "Look, what do you make of this?" I mean, he wants it to go. I mean, is it what is it? Is it dwarven? He says it's from his dwarven mother. Grim, does it look dwarven made?
Let's see.
Obi, have you got any sense of anything on this? Does it look okay to you?
Sure, it seems to look dwarven.
Yes, it absolutely does to you.
Absolutely.
If you give me 10 minutes, I would be able to identify it.
And actually, Obi, I was going to ask you to identify a couple other things while you're at it.
Can you finish talking about that? Listen, I've got a brew on the way. I've got a few casks to get out to the flagon today, and I've got one to take a couple of casks of wormwood to deliver. Are you wanting to make a deal here or not?
Yeah, but I just want to.
Hold on, Matt. I'm trying to get this macro to work for my cartographer's tools.
It did come up.
Yeah, but that's wrong.
Okay.
We need Squawk, the master forger now, don't we? With his plus 50 to his forgery skills.
There it is.
You can't keep testing your macro until you roll a 20.
Well, I figured I was making 3, so
yeah, no, that's fair.
Well,
it'll take you 10 minutes to make each one, probably. Surely. Depends how much detail you want to go into. Like, how fine do you want this map to look? You could
Well,
do like a
it's-
scribble
I mean-
drawing in like a minute or so. But
I'm trying
you've
to. I don't understand why it's rolling instead
If
of
it-
letting me change shit.
if it's too crayony, he might not be as keen. I mean, that's your call there. Like how long you want to spend on it.
Why the hell is this? Why did that work, but this one won't? I don't understand.
Oh, you still got the helm that you need to identify, right, Grim?
Yeah, I've got a few things actually. The helm, chain shirt, silver dagger, rusty scalpel.
All right, whatever. I'll fuck with it at some other point. If I had realized this was going to become relevant today, I would have fucked with it sooner. But
Well, you
I
are
couldn't see it
making
coming.
a representation of a map, a fake representation of a map that the guy's never seen. So should be
Right.
okay.
I mean, and I'm proficient in cartographer tools, and I'm a guild merchant, so stuff.
Makes sense.
I'd sort of throw the dwarf a gold piece to say, look, just that's a deposit on this thing until I know exactly what it is, my friend. But I thank you for the offer, but just give me some minutes with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like this place is this chief is going anywhere. But if you're going to be much longer, I'm going to ask you to come back tomorrow. I really genuinely have stuff to do here.
Well, you just
All right, OB, take a quick look at the little horn and also Vulcan's Vulcan's helm, which I happen to retrieve.
Okay, I have the deets on the helm right here. Nothing to see.
helm.
What's the best way of doing this? If I just actually, Howard, it's a pretty reasonable magic item. I'm going to share it with you there. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
And if you identify the tooth, it is a well, it is a tooth that's enchanted to be very sharp at the end,
Yeah.
and I mean I'm talking very sharp. Like you can see, there's an enchantment placed on it where it's honed to like a magical point on the end. So, in terms of its abilities,
Yeah.
it would grant a +3 to hit and to damage with any goring rush attacks.
Ooh.
Unlikely the dwarf knows all that though.
No.
Yeah.
What about the
Mhm.
the chain shirt from the spider room where we found the ring of swimming speed?
Ah, that is a shirt that it's made entirely of chain.
Chain. That's awesome. I assume the silver dagger is equally silvery.
No, on closer inspection, it's made of pretty bad metals underneath a thin veneer of silver.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
kind of daggery.
Yeah, you only get 2 hits out of 4. That's reasonable.
That's pretty good.
Chris, go back in hard. Go in hard.
Yeah.
I will spend.
Offer him.
I will spend 10 minutes to draft the first map, which you could tell me if I've got advantage on any of this or not. But the first map that is 10 and 21.
You trying to make an
Yes.
accurate map or a non-accurate map?
It's
Hey,
one that I'm giving to the dwarf. So
Well, if it's not accurate, you can take advantage, but you'll have to hand it over with a deception roll, as it were, which will be a
that's
separate
fine.
thing. Yeah.
Whatever.
Kind of advantage of drawing it because, like, it doesn't matter if it's not accurate as long as it looks accurate.
Well,
So yeah,
my dwarven friend, I thank you for the offer of this this trinket. I think I will take off your hands, but I don't. It doesn't really fit my horn very well, so I'll add another 9 gold to it,
Oh,
and
that's
that'll
fine.
be it.
9 gold.
Yeah.
My mother got me this tooth.
It's fairly worthless. It's kind of just a tooth.
Yeah.
It's made of pure gold. I'll be having that tooth
Pretty.
out, you thieving bastards. If this is the way you do business, I'm not sure we can. You might not be the group for me. I mean, I gave you a fair
Excuse
price.
me, dwarf.
I could go
This
as
is
low
how business is conducted. You should know better than anybody.
Yeah, I could-
Now, if you want a fair price, start negotiating like a proper dwarf would.
Hey, give me an intimidation check, Aaron.
Oh God, I can't find it. I wasn't ready for that.
What's that?
Hmm.
Oh, no, you're quite right. Drow, I forget about how we conduct business in Spot. It's in fact, a 9 doesn't seem very fair, but 40, you're right. That's way too high. Let's call it 15 because me and the Minotaur are good friends, and I've got a deep respect for the Dark Elven princess over there.
Grim,
And Uma just takes a step back and nods.
I look at Uma and sort of nod and go and sort of like do a cow wink. Like that.
He nods at him. Little
Yeah.
little sly
I wonder
smile.
how a
Yeah.
cow wink is from everyone else's wink.
Yeah. You have to look that up.
Like a normal wink, you say they moo at the same time.
Grim, you are the banker of our Monopoly group. I need 15 gold.
15 gold. Here. I toss you over a platinum 5.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And
Done.
there we go. Done, Mr. Dwarf.
Yeah, shake your hand. You gotta shake my hand on that.
I sort of like do an elbow. I say, "Don't you don't know what you're going to catch down here."
Oh, no, that feeling. One of my associates caught frog fever. Well, he came back a
Nasty.
frog anyway. It might have just been a frog, actually. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Difficult to tell. It sounded like it. Whatever. Hey, can I have that? What's the price on the map? What have we decided here? Come on, you kept me waiting long enough.
Obi, what do you think?
So, Master Dwarf, given that there is considerable work on your end with retrieving these casks,
Yeah, wear and tear on the chainmail, all that sort of thing.
yes, and I mean, it wouldn't be necessarily considerable wear due to the fact that you have 50 strong-armed dwarves waiting in the back to fight with us should anything go awry. But I'm willing to give you. I'm willing to give you 5 gold off per cask.
Well,
And
that's brilliant.
Let's say
5 gold per cask. I mean, I'll take that.
off 5 gold off.
What? How much then?
Well, we seem to have a inventory of 40 casks.
40.
Yes.
45,
and
200
the
gold
the
pieces.
general vibe is about 40 gold per cask. Now that
40
would
gold
run
per-
you.
What do you think I'm selling? Champagne in these casks here? Blimey.
Well, again, Master Dwarf, this is an offer for your business, for your growth and investment of your business. If you're not necessarily on
All right, so-
board, that's fine. We can take it to the flagon.
Well, let's not. We don't need to start talking. So 1,600 gold pieces is what the goods are worth. Is that what you're saying?
Right, and I'm willing to sell it to you for 35,
No.
which
Yeah.
would be a discount of 200, and we would, this transaction would be in the order of 1,400 gold.
Now, I have some business partners, and some of them have tentacles and many eyes. They would think me remiss if I were to spend some of their money without seeing a little more proof than a dribble in a cask, and it's a long way. I mean, with that amount of, I couldn't go more than, I could go as high as 800 gold pieces.
So, Obi, it's just the patented Obi move now, where he just flips up the lapel to reveal the pin underneath on his jacket, and he goes, "I'm well aware of your masters."
Master. I mean, I pay my dues like everyone else here. I'm
I'm
up
not
to
here
date.
to shake you out of money. This is just a transaction, and a fair transaction, as I said previously. There is quite a bit of labor on your part.
I would go so far as to offer you half of the 1,200 in advance, but the other half to be paid when you return, if the casts ever make it back here. You're asking me to take a considerable risk, but I'm offering you cash up front. Half cash now, half cash when I've reclaimed the barrels.
Call it 700, and the map is yours, friend.
And you promise not to sell to any other parties. And that's got to be part of the. I don't want to find there and find it full of half drow from the Flagon and Dragon.
On my honor as a merchant.
Oh, well, on your honor. Well, why didn't you say so? That sounds marvelous. The honor of a drow and an orc and a minotaur. Dwarf.
What could possibly go wrong?
Your dwarf, like. He seems like a fine fellow.
I move in between the Og and the dwarf. Say, I'm the banker.
Oh, very well. I can shake on it right here.
I shake on it and the 700.
Yeah, absolutely. And he.
I look back at Og as he's counting the money into my palm.
Is
I'm putting it into the backpack.
Platinum okay? I mean, I've got platinum.
Platinum's fine.
70 platinum, and
yep. I do my best check of whatever check I can do to make sure it's legit platinum.
Sure.
What would that be?
Just roll a d20 and add your maximum proficiency, because I think you'll be proficient in identifying materials.
Oh, okay.
So give me, give me an intelligence check and add your proficiency. That makes sense.
So plus 3. 17.
Yep, seems legit. And on the back of every piece of the platinum is engraved the circle with a dot in the middle, and rays coming outside like a sun. But you know that now to be more beholder-esque than solar.
Got it. So 70 platinum. There we go. Good job, Og. Well done.
Now, if you don't mind, it seems I've got some organising to do. I've got to be closing early tonight.
For other business.
For other business, as you say.
Well, I don't recall introductions being exchanged, but now that we're business partners, we should probably do that since you've just handed us 70 platinum.
And you just handed me a map, and I intend to make the absolute most of it. Name's Gaiard.
Well, Gaiard, now that we're business partners, can we help you with whatever business you may need assistance with this evening?
All I'm doing this evening is shifting a few casks around into a few places which you and I know not to talk about in public, even between ourselves. There's a busy gathering over there on Skull Island, as you probably are aware by the looks of you, and many people have come from all over in order to support the growing military wing of the Eye in these parts. And they be requiring sustenance, and that puts me right in the frame for the business. So if you'll excuse me.
Well, absolutely, Master Dwarf, and we will see one another again. I am sure.
Oh, well, yeah. You pop back in a couple of weeks, and does this say level 2 of the dungeon?
And we walk out the door.
You walk out the door. Yep.
That was good.
Did you give him a real map or the fake one?
That is absolutely not a real map.
Good job. Shall we go?
It's
Right.
real enough that he'll try to get there.
Okay, where you guys want to go next?
Let's go to the next scam.
Flagon, here we come.
As I'm taking my 17.5 platinum from Grim, I stumble upon some loose diamonds in my pockets, and I return them to the dwarf.
Oh. These
Yeah,
must have
you
fallen out
went
of my pocket.
down. You went down at some point, and I collected them because you never know. But I figured you might want them back. Additionally, and he digs into an inside pocket that only a thief would know is there, and he pulls out a diamond that's the size of a baseball. And he goes, "You think you need this?"
Oh,
I bet you needs it.
yeah. That'd be helpful. Thank you. Which one's
Sure.
that, by the way? That's the other one you found?
Yeah, it is a, per Matt's description, massive diamond.
I think I said massive fucking diamond, but you know,
Gotcha.
you're paraphrasing me. That's okay.
And I don't know how many diamonds I stole from you because I drink
It
a
was
lot.
It was two. It was 300 gold piece diamonds.
Right, they were for Revivify or something, right?
Yep, exactly. So I got those
Cool.
back. Nice. Make a note of that.
I'm just looking at my dragon's tooth thing.
I mean, you're going to have to find a legit way of attaching it. I mean, it's going to keep falling off if you just sort of hold it there.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, I see that you're
It's a
struggling
good weapon,
with
but
that.
you've got to weaponize it.
yeah.
I see you're struggling there.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to attach it, Obi.
So I have a little experience alchemically, and I'm no master by any means, but I am aware that there is a solution to your problem,
Okay.
and it is a super adhesive that,
Super
well,
glue.
there's only one solvent that will break it.
Not the
I
gravel.
don't know the recipe, or that it's purchasable anywhere in Skullport, but it sounds like an item that may be in Skullport.
Is it made out of ground up horses? Because I've heard that can stick things quite well.
No, that's just regular glue, my friend. There
Mhm.
is a super glue, if you will.
Mm. A super duper glue. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Matt, I'm gonna try and look it up. I can't remember what the hell it's called.
Sovereign glue? Sovereign glue.
I don't know. I know the only thing that breaks it is
The oil
Universal-
of slipperiness. Yeah.
universal solvent.
solvent. Yeah. This is the stuff. Sovereign glue, it's called.
That sounds like it'll do the trick. I mean, I do tend to hit things with my head a lot.
And you do have business in the apothecary, after all. Potentially.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put it in my knapsack, and we'll keep an eye out for that. Ob, thank you for the information. Let's just try and get some sovereign glue. I still think grinding out horses would be fine, but this sounds better. Or centaurs, one of the two.
So I've marked the flagon on your map. You can start to hear
Yeah.
raucous laughter. It sounds a bit more jolly actually than the previous place. A lot more jolly.
We still got
It
some
sounds
of
like
the. Cool.
Sounds like there might be people. This is going to be strange to hear, but having an actual good time inside.
Okay.
So as we're sort of patrolling the streets here, and the ruckus meets the group. So, my friends, there's no telling what the inside of this establishment is going to look like, particularly seeing as the city seems occupied.
Mm.
I wonder if our Drow champion, ex-priestess friend, maybe she should take up the cause of selling one of these maps, as we know the proprietor is half Drow. Actually, maybe I should, because I am also a bastard half creature. But if this establishment is not thoroughly run through with conspirators of the worst kind, and maybe just conspirators that we can use, I would like to make contact with another member of my guild, strictly to see how much trouble I am actually in, and whether or not the business on Skull Island should be our business as well. Because
Before you fleece the half drow, though, we have this. I forgot who got assigned this task, but one of us got assigned the task of paying a debt to this drow.
By
from
a
our,
lawful bard named Matrim Merrig, often known as
Exactly.
Three Strings.
and somebody has the little pouch. I'm not sure where that gets placed. Perhaps Alan, you've got it. Perhaps we should settle that debt, see what comes of it, and like I say, save the map towards the kind of the end of the discussions, if you will, just in case.
oh yeah, absolutely, Grim, makes the most sense. So Matt, I just want to verify that was not Reg's task. I'm looking.
I would have to watch the first episode again. I cannot remember.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
all go
no,
back and
you
watch
have
stuff.
it. You have it. I think you have it in party goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't assign it to the person.
Yeah, that's it. I know what you got as a party.
Mine was the throne, I remember that. I'd find the alabaster
Oh, yeah.
or anything.
Tavern called a sculpt. Matrim needs a pouch of gold delivered to a female half drow named Cal Cladani. That's who it was.
I don't know if that was mine or proof of.
I think but at that point you'd accept it as a party goal going down, so I wouldn't worry about.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
all right.
you'd all be aware of each other's goals. I think.
Oh,
Amount of
yeah.
time you spent together. I think that's it.
We found the pouch. It's these 3 moonstones.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go. Yep.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Enter.
Okay. And you're entering first, Obi.
Yes.
So it looks in pretty good nick. There's a picture of a pint of beer outside with a dragon coming out of the cup, and inside the tables don't look too dented and smashed. In the corner there are a couple of goblins drinking. In another corner there is a human drowning sorrows, and the barkeep is a half drow.
I'll walk in behind Obi.
And she introduces herself when you walk in. Good evening. I am Kalal. I run this establishment. What's your poison? I love saying that. I say that to everybody. Take a seat. Not out of the establishment. Keep it here. I run a tight ship. Don't mind the goblins over there. They like a laugh as much as the next greenskin. You know what I mean, Orc.
I'll take your
Yeah.
finest ale.
Finest ale.
Yeah.
You might want to go to Waterdeep for that.
No, your finest ale, and make sure it's
Oh, well,
not warm whisk.
That will be the goat's head at
Goat's
4
head.
silver pieces per flagon. It's,
All right, I'll buy a round.
yeah,
4
we'll say-
silver pieces. That bastard guide over at the distillery was charging 10.
Well, he normally sells it by the cask rather than the cup, I imagine.
Ah,
distillery.
yes. That makes much more sense.
Oh yes, I've got I've got a bottle of. She leans over towards the drow. I've got a bottle of underdark spirits, shall we say, that I reserve for friends of the dark-skinned persuasion. This is the.
Well, then bring it out.
This will be the finest bits and pieces you've ever drunk since leaving Menzoberranzan, or wherever you're from. And she very smugly pulls out a little bottle and pulls a popper out the top. And as she pours it in, it's like it looks like a magic potion from a bad horror movie. Like it bubbles and foams, and like smoke comes off of this stuff. And when the smoke clears, there's like half an inch of brown, acrid-looking liquid in the bottom, which to your eyes looks pretty damn delish. Yeah.
Uma just looks directly at the half drow, picks it up, and takes it down.
Constitution save.
Ooh.
Love it.
Because of you pass the save, you only take 10 points of damage, which is really good. This thing literally burns your throat as it comes down, and your drow constitution can handle it. And actually, you remember it as being the good stuff. And you, as the pain tingles through your body, you feel excited and masochistically enjoy the experience.
I do. Love it.
As this evil mixture courses rigidly and painfully through your veins, giving you like almost a permanent headache at the back of your head straight away as your eyes wide open. This is the good stuff.
Uma nods at the drow and says, "That feels like home."
Extra toadstool acid.
I raise
Thank you.
my
What's
cow
a
eyebrow.
What's a half drow doing in Skullport?
Are you coming on to me? What's a half drow doing in a place like this? I've heard it all now. Oh, I can't wait to tell the others. Oh, this is marvelous. Sorry. Yes, I'm the barkeep here. This is my establishment. I look after it for all comers. Not many people in Waterdeep proper enjoyed just how close. And you can see, though she's a half drow, like most of her, it'll be easier for her to pass as drow than it would be able to pass as a human. Like she's got many drow features. Like her skin's very dark, her ears are very pointed. It'd be quite. She couldn't pass for human despite being a half. And she's they didn't like me much in Waterdeep, but down here, do you know, if you don't ask too many questions, people can make a killing. There's not much that goes on in here that doesn't come through these doors. You can trust old Kalal to.
Do you have many drow come into your establishment?
Well, the occasional unique wandering nomad like yourself, but not too many drow, as you might remember from the caves where you used to dwell. I'd imagine we might get one come in with a party of humans, say, or a party of other adventurers, but not so much many drow.
Well, thank you for the drink.
Would you like another?
No, One reminder of home
Absolute-
is quite enough for any
absolute
drow.
Wuss.
I set down I set down Uma's flagon of goat's head ale, which I had already started to drink. She was drinking the other stuff, having finished off mine already. And I say, "Oh, Kalal," I take out the little pouch of moonstones and toss it over to her. Matrim wanted us to pass this along for your assistance for her back in the day.
Matron,
that
I don't think I know a matron, but I'll take your moonstones. Smeg, and she shouts at the goblin in the corner. Smeg, get out of here, scum! You've not paid your bar tab in weeks. Come back when you can afford it. And the goblin drags his friend out of the bar, and as he leaves, she bars the door behind him. You do say Matron Merrick,
Yes.
and I will accept these moonstones gladly. I assume you are with the Harpers then, if he sent you.
Yes, we know the Harpers.
Yes.
We were on our way down here for other reasons, which
Obi reveals the other side of his coat with another pin.
I was gonna
I
ask.
was about to say. I was like, as Obi, our friend, can better.
He's already etching a coin
Explain.
under the bar. Yeah, very well. What can I do to help you in return? Perhaps are you acquiring information or
What's going on?
place, or a safe place to stay?
What's happening at the Skull Island? Looks like a party.
They are cacking it between us. They've seen the drow moving into the levels 3 and 4 and even deeper into the dungeon, and they're not stupid. They had good relations with the hobgoblins on level 3, and but they can't even contact them anymore. It's got everybody very nervous. A couple of weeks ago, they came and tripled the asking price for all of us good businesses, which of course we paid. It's a cost of doing business here, but people know Reggie. And then a week ago, we had a week where they seemed to be searching for something. The streets filled with bugbears. There must have been nearly 100 bugbears in different parts of the town, and Duergar and goblins, you name it. It was horrendous. And since then, we've all kind of kept ourselves to ourselves, conducted business in smaller groups, and so forth. I think it is like a fuse has been lit and nobody knows when the bomb's going to go off. They're said to be looking for and she raises an eyebrow, an orc in his group who betrayed Xanathar.
Huh.
Yeah. Drink, barkeep. I'd like some cider, please, or apple
Mine are empty.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've more goat's head ale.
Sure. Sounds good.
What
And what betrayal has been laid at this group's feet?
That one I can't tell you. It's a shame. The bugbears just want to throw their weight around or drink their sorrows. They don't tend to share too much in the way of their histories.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for this group. They sound
Yeah.
dangerous.
So,
But
What
when
kind of price do you have?
you're not here,
What kind of price is
the
on their
flowers don't blossom.
500
When you're not here,
capture of the orc.
I'm lost on an ocean. And
Why do you know such a fella?
No, we're adventurers. We're always looking for ways to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd be rumoured he's close. They seem pretty serious about catching him just a few days ago, although it's gone quieter since the rumours of the drow started. I guess they are more interested in mobilising to defend themselves against that particular threat. tell me what news of the outside. I've been here for a while now. News from the outside world. Is there anything I can trade information for information?
Well, one of the most notable houses in Waterdeep seems to have fallen to some kind of curse of undeath.
It's a curse of what now? In Waterdeep?
Yes, undeath.
Oh, that is. Hang on. The Triton. He's from Waterdeep. Is it?
Emund.
Yes.
House Emund.
That is not good news for the stability of my counterparts above the ground.
Your
This is,
counterparts above the ground.
Well, I serve the ale down here, and some some friends of mine who work for the same organization I do, the Harpers, keep watch above, and we do have ways to shift messages between us. If messages to the outside world is what you need, it is a service I can't provide, but I could certainly point you somewhere where that could happen.
Interesting. Have you heard any word about a group that goes by the moniker Hope Spinners?
Hope spinners. Not much to spin hope about down here, but my Harper friends have mentioned the name. Yes.
And in what kind of context?
In the kind of context where people mention their name, but nobody can actually ever put a face to the name. Everyone seems worried and scared, a little scared by them, but nobody seems to know anybody who's encountered one. It is unusual, but clandestine activity is not so unusual here or in the land above to make me stop serving my drinks.
And mighty fine drinks it is too.
Interesting. So how well stocked are you?
Stock? Well, the distillery, they serve me well. Yeah, they provide me with all the amberjack and wormwhiz and goat's head I could ever need.
By the way, could the Harpers use copper ore for their business purposes?
I mean, we're not really in the business of trading, and when a Harper trades, it tends to be for the good of a smaller organization. We don't have coffers so much of a network of information, and we try and do good where we can. But acquiring of copper isn't necessarily. We don't have the places for it.
DM, I as a player am very familiar with the Harpers.
Yep.
Would Obi know anything beyond the name?
Sure, I think he'd know he'll know the type of organization they are and some general goals.
Okay.
That's a fair assumption given his place in his mistress business that he would not be
traveling.
aware of them. They're a strong presence in Waterdeep as well. There are many there.
Yes, yeah.
And it's like although they're secret, they're not like very, very secret. It's a bit like Xanathar. Like everyone knows about Xanathar, but it's a secret, right? Yeah.
Good enough.
So can I help you with anything else? If you need a place to stay or anything, you just let me know, and I'll see if I can organize something. There's a Harper Refuge in the city. If you need one.
I need some glue.
Some glue? Oh, you want the apothecary?
Okay.
Nightshade's Caress, upper level.
Upper level, excellent. So,
yeah, if you just head upwards, if you reach the giant spider's nest in the ceiling, you've gone too far.
What?
Giant spider's nest.
Oh yes, very much. They crawl on the top of the. If you look up, you can see the occasional dark shadow moving around.
You
How
like
long's that?
spiders.
Well, it's been there as long as Skullport. I mean, they. I wouldn't go up there myself, but we leave them alone, and they mostly leave us alone, apart from the fools that think they can take them on.
Are there any other openings for adventurers or stout folk to assist people in tasks that you know of? Not that we're guns for hire, but we kind of, are.
Do the Harpers have any pressing tasks, as we are not necessarily directly associated with the organization, but we
know
are
them.
sympathetic to their goals.
Our task here is to watch the guild and the goings on, and ensure stability in Skullport for the few of us that that are good and want to carry on our existences here, without causing any harm to anybody. And,
Well, with all due
occasionally
respect,
we,
Kal-El, you seem to be doing a shit job.
sorry,
With all due
I
respect,
provided you refuge and drink. I even
I
served your drow.
just meant stability-wise. You're being the utmost of hosting.
Sure. I mean, we recently we spoke to an adventurer in this very bar. He came and asked the same question. Said he was from the Harpers. Not sure I believed him. And we did give him a task, although I'm not sure he has it in him to perform it. I don't know.
And what does this particular adventurer look like?
He was a drunk, frankly. Said he was working for someone else. Came in this crazy idea, asking about the demi-liches, the flaming skulls around here, and I pointed him in the right direction. I mean, if we could live in peace without the Xanathar's Guild watching over us, I think everyone here would be a lot happier and a lot safer. Don't you agree?
And what did this adventurer look like?
He had a fishy look about him, if you take my meaning. A blue chap.
Sure. Sure.
But
and what was the task that you gave him, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I just he seemed to be looking for a way to help me, and I merely said that some people in the past, after a few drinks, have talked about what an interesting idea it would be if the ancient overlords rose up against the Xanathar's Guild. And is there a way to restore? Well, apparently, so the legend goes, if you've restored but one of the skulls, then it would be able to restore its brethren, and eventually peace would be restored of a sort.
So legends. We're trading in legends and rumor at this point. But
did you know that the Mad Mage has died? Did you hear that one?
What?
Yes, but
he dies all the time.
We're aware.
And then he died.
We keep running
he died
into
again,
him, so.
and then he died again. It is rumored that he died like so many times, and every time he dies, a piece of his sanity drifts away into the dungeon, creating another wing. Who knows, though? People will believe the strangest things.
I'd be willing to bet that's more true than false.
Agreed.
Some people say they've even seen him on the streets here. Madness, if you ask me.
We've seen him.
Sure. Okay. Nice one. Another drink.
I think we need to be heading to the apothecary. So maybe one more round, and then we'll depart.
For the Harpers, this one's on the house.
Excellent. And just out of curiosity,
I do have one bottle left of Waterdavian wine. If you to seal and celebrate the occasion of your passing, and the occasion of the debt being paid. She puts wine glass on the table, opens a bottle, and just kind of fills each glass with the bottle. It's empty by the time it gets to the last one. Slams it on the desk. The drow, you might be better off with one of the other ones again. This is probably a little sweet for your taste. I can. It's tasty. It's good. It's a nice one. And you look at it in disgust, Uma. You don't. This looks horrible. And from underneath the counter brings another glass, and it's like it looks like urine in a glass with a small worm wriggling around in it.
It
You're
makes
probably
you
best
happy.
off, Uma. You're probably best off with one of these. You see those spines on the back of the worm? You'll really feel those going down. I mean it.
I mean, your character,
Yeah.
Aaron, wants to drink it, but it's going to take off some hit points by the sounds of it. This is drow. Hashtag drow life.
Stop it. I'm not going to bow to your peer pressure, Minotaur. Thank you very much.
Go on.
I appreciate half drow friend, but I'm going to decline on this occasion and save my contribution for another day.
Fair enough.
And that's all because the Minotaur trying to put pressure on me.
As I sip my medieval Koppenberg cider.
I'll just have some of that Waterdeep wine if you
All
don't
right.
mind.
You can. You drink it. It tastes sickly sweet. Like you've never tasted
Yeah.
anything like it. It's just horrible for you.
Human drivel. Yeah.
But
All right.
do you pretend to like it?
No, I don't. Don't pretend to like it. It's bloody disgusting. What the bloody hell is this shit you're serving your
I
customers?
did warn you, Drow. The spine worm would have gone down beautifully.
Hmm. Thanks.
So, Kyle, what's the fastest route up? We saw stairs to the south. Is there a fast route to the higher?
Any of the routes is good. It's all a shambles, to be honest. There's no bad way. Just avoid the patrols. If you go as far east as you can, there's another set of stairs there. Up by, up past the foundry, and past the guts and garters. Yes.
The guts and garters. What's that?
And then there's the stairs. What's the inn?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
This is like a beer crawl.
Only the
It's like a pub crawl.
I wouldn't go in there. People of the non-bugbear persuasion seem to prefer to leave that place alone. Listen, there's just to the north. You don't see the courtyard to the west of where we are. If you go up north from that courtyard, there's a staircase that will take you to the upper level, on the middle level and the upper level.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
What I could
Good
do
luck
is
in
really
all your
help you out.
endeavours.
Now she's described it, I could actually reveal that area to make it really obvious what she's talking about. Yeah. You see it now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could go to the Guts and Garters and get into a brawl with some bugbears.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
I
Haven't
think
used,
we need to attend to more things before we.
Okay.
Go fighting.
God, take the fun out of everything.
He's too
Be
sensible.
always a sensible one.
But he's right. He's not gone wrong yet.
No.
Are we still standing in the pub, or have we left?
Up to you. Like she's she's happy for you to go, happy to stay. She sees you as a friend.
I go out and check on my little posse of zombies.
One of them is
I follow you.
one of them is not where you parked it. It's
Did you not tie it up?
it's 5 foot away, gnawing on its own foot, sitting cross-legged on the floor.
Oh, I poke my head back in. Hey, Kalal, do you have any like rats or anything, like dead vermin that I could just like from a trap or something I could borrow?
Vermin, yeah, it's a speciality of the house. Yeah, fried I can do battered. I can do as it comes. It's a bit cheaper.
As it comes. Actually, uncooked. Uncooked is preferable.
Uncooked. Very well. Living or non-living?
Uh,
Dead.
living's good.
Yeah. Oh,
Living's good.
Okay.
Living's
I,
good.
I can do you 10 rats for a silver.
All right. Thank you. Grab the 10 rats. I go out and hand a few out
Comes
to
up with a copper cage in bad state of repair with these 10 rats in.
Beautiful. All right. I go outside and pass around the rats to my little posse.
It's really important you look after your zombies, people.
You have to.
I was got the right idea.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I
They
thought
have
I-
needs too.
I thought I'd smack the one that's chewing his leg. Just stop doing that. Grim's got you some
Here.
rats.
Exactly.
Cool. What do you guys want to do next?
Well, I want to go to the apothecary.
I feel bad. This might be the first session of Mad Mage where I've not attacked you with hundreds of horrible things.
This is the shopping
It's also
episode.
quite swim.
And drinking.
Yeah, this is the pub crawl episode. The one, the one where, yeah, friends
Anyone that's
episode.
in the distillery and both the pubs is probably feeling somewhat tipsy now, or at least a little, like you don't realise it, but you're all speaking a little louder than you were at the start of the adventure. Except for Uma, she's totally fine.
Obi has not been drinking much either.
Cool, makes sense.
He's sort of lingering probably about 10, 15 feet behind the group. He's sort of pensive.
Don't tell me he's making a coin with a little harper symbol on.
It had occurred to me.
Okay.
But no, he's sort of just looking pensively. He's kind of in the bucket, thinking.
Cool. And when you go up the stairs and you get halfway up, you get to there's like a decision there where you can go and explore level 2, the mid level, or you can crack on like purposefully to the 3rd level. There could be more pubs you haven't been to yet.
Level 2.
Yeah, isn't that where the apothecary is, isn't it?
The apothecary is on the top level.
Ah,
So
right,
this is
okay.
like lower mid. This is mid level, and there's an upper level.
Yeah, let's wander around on level 2, I reckon.
So mid level or upper level? Do you mean by level 2? Sorry,
Mid level.
Mid-level.
mid level. Okay. So the apothecary is on top level.
Yep,
It's absolutely fine.
we'll get there eventually. Or not.
Okay, I'll just make sure I get the right. I might have lost a zombie. My copying and
The
pasting.
the gnawing on the foot one.
Oh, I've got my zombie with me. I got Rosie with me.
I'm loving this
She
name.
stays with me.
They make me laugh every
She's
time.
Rosie's my. I've just been poking her every now and again and sort of just pulling bits of her skin off.
Cool. Well, that makes sense. I better reveal this part of the map that I moved you to. And like these, again, you've got the kind of the big stalagmites kind of hanging, kind of coming up from the bottom, and stalactites coming up the top. And where they kind of meet, there are these pillars of stone, which the whole city is built around. Yeah. There is there's a shop down to the south called the sort of sign on the door called the Poison Quill.
Okay.
Just reveal your immediate area there. And you can see where the walkways go off to the south there. And now you kind of, as you look down on these walkways, some of them they look pretty rickety, but you can see the street below. And you can see, I'll just reveal quite a bit of this at the same time, until you get any further. But you can see that where you are now, as you look down on the streets below, there is a patrol of 15 bugbears just stomping along below you on the lower level.
We don't want to get their attention, chaps and girls.
Sure. You can. You can go make a fight. It's fine.
So there's 15 of them.
Yeah.
Alan, I don't know if you misheard that whole conversation in the last pub, but I'm wanted, and so are all of you, by
What?
Illinoids. So
Mhm.
apparently, I have betrayed the guild, which is an interesting set of circumstances for me to be in.
Seeing as you're the guild
Do you
merchant,
feel,
truly.
Hey.
like you've betrayed the
Oh, I have certainly done things that Xanathar would not necessarily agree with,
Be
but
happy with.
betrayal is such a strong word.
Cutting swathes through
Well,
thousands
obviously
of
they've got the
goblins,
very
destroying
wrong end of the
logistics
stick.
outposts, that kind of thing.
Well, you know,
Will you, Obi? Will you get a chance to explain your side of the story, or will they just take you down on sight?
I'm going to say that you should definitely try that, and that the guild are very keen to hear your side of the story.
Yeah. They were, yeah.
I assume that I'm not marked for death quite yet, but I have a distinct feeling it might have to do with what happened to House Edmund that I might be being blamed for somehow. And all of the goblin killings.
Oh, and that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Justified as well. It's just hard.
Outpost.
Nothing wrong with being a goblin, though.
So other than that, you and Xanathar could have been like really chummy, but it's devastating.
I don't know why anyone would be upset about goblin killing.
Because Wednesday went and told them all about it. That's probably why.
But
He did. He's such a bitch.
I really think we need to explore this hope spinners angle because, well, you see, I worked for House Edmund, and it seems as though that has fallen. But I was working for House Edmund for Xanathar's guild, and then I was working for the Hope Spinners for House Emond and Xanathar's guild. So, the Hope Spinners is now an organization that I need as much information as possible about, so I'm not killed by Xanathar immediately.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Sounds like
I'm not worried.
you're going to get killed if we don't do something. So
Yeah.
Well, you know, friends, it's not the first sticky situation I've found myself in. I do tend to get into these fairly frequently, you know, because multiple employers at any given time and trying to get the best deal and the most advantage on, well, literally anyone and everything. So
I've got a bit of respect for that. I like it. Makes life more interesting.
yes, well, you know, now I have to deal with arguably an insane beholder.
Whoa.
Paranoid of the highest level. But
But once you hit a
Don't think about the
when
DM
you
like
hit a
that.
certain level in power, you're not insane. You're eccentric. I've learned that.
Mhm.
well, I
that what
say
you call
we
it, Matt?
I say we investigate some of these establishments up here while I continue to ruminate on the current issues at hand.
And where were the bugbears? Over this way?
Yeah, I mean they've passed on now while you're having
Yeah.
this conversation there.
Well, should we
Patrol-
try out the
Not
poison
coming towards
quill?
you necessarily, but they're just patrolling the. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get into the shop. Make sure you tie the zombies up outside or something, so they don't wander off.
It's closed.
Oh,
But
What?
I know you really wanted to go there as well. Like that's the reason you came to Skullport, Drow. And here's
peer
the
into the windows. What do we see?
Yeah, like they're rubbing the dust off the window.
Yeah.
Somebody comes up behind you who you recognise as being the young lady, or not that young, a middle-aged lady who was recently arm in arm with Hallister. Are you waiting for me?
Oh, good evening.
Is this
shall I
your
just-
establishment?
Are you here to buy something? Shall I just open up? Sorry, I've been out and about tonight.
Oh, we saw you earlier. You may not recognize us.
Yes. I'd recognise a zombie anywhere.
And how was your evening with our Lord and Master Hallister?
Oh, he's not my lord and master. He's just Hallie. He's charming as always.
Mm.
We do have an understanding.
Oh.
Yes. We had much to talk about. Yeah, I'll open the. Come in. I can tell you're adventurers straight away from the way Hallie had a joke at your expense. He does love doing that. And sometimes after he has a joke at people's expense, he then murders, maims, and tortures them. But so you did well. You did well. He must like you very much. Let's come in. She opens up with the key, invites you in. Tea, anyone? I put a brew on.
Yeah, tea. I like a good cup of tea.
It's a pretty informal shop. It has got a counter at one end, but most of it's like bric-a-brac and piles of stuff. There's like parchment, there's books, and she invites you to sit down and take some tea if anyone's going to have some tea. I mean,
I'll have a cup of tea.
you guys could all do with sobering up.
What do you sell here?
Yeah. What sort of...
So parchment and notepads. I can do you a lovely notepad. Beautiful. Whatever I can do, whatever leaf you want if you've got the coin. And then I sell inscribers kits, forging kits for those less inclined to tell the truth about their goings on. All sorts of inks and looks you up and down, Grim, and says, and the usual things, all those things, and of course teleportation to Waterdeep for whoever wants it, whoever's got the coin. Nothing, and the ink, but just mainly the ink.
How much does a teleport round trip go for nowadays?
Round trip.
Yeah, round trip.
Well, I can get you there, and you have to come back your own way. But it's 50 gold pieces, and I can pop you into the attic of an old orphanage over on Waterdeep there. Hallie doesn't let... I mean, I don't know if you know this, but Hallie's got a bit of a thing about people coming and going from his dungeon. Doesn't like it at all. If people try and pop out with magic, he gets a bit funny about it and stops them going,
Did you say an orphanage in Waterdeep?
Yeah, I can send you to a Waterdeep orphanage, for sure. Abandoned now, of course.
And who was it previously owned by?
No, couldn't say. It was gifted to me by the man himself. Said I could use it for teleport. Occasionally, he has need of bringing people out in a hurry, or indeed in. Said he's started taking an interest in local affairs.
Mm.
But I'm happy to help for the right coin. I mean, Hallie doesn't mind. He turns a blind eye if it's me, darlings.
I certainly will need one of your forgery kits.
Oh yes, of course.
And
very, very, very popular.
I would also.
I can assure you that we although we're called the Poison Quill, we don't actually sell poison. A lot of people make that mistake. No, we're out at the moment. Normally we do.
Yes.
So just you seem to know Hallie pretty well.
Oh, he's
Do you have any?
he's
do
an
you-
absolute delight of a man, full of
Oh.
musical whimsy and jokes like you wouldn't believe.
Oh,
This
yeah.
other week, he turned a dwarf into a. No, you don't want to know. It's fine.
Trust me, we've seen the butt of many of his jokes.
He had more mouths at the end of it than you'd care to. No, you probably wouldn't find this funny. It's fine.
But again, why would Hallie suffer Xanathar and these drow and all these flaming skulls and such to wander around and fight in his domain?
He says when you've been around as long as he has, he enjoys the intrigue. But if anyone, rest assured, if any one group got too powerful, as has happened in the past, where if he decides he's not very happy with a group becoming too powerful, it can end in disaster. Whole levels have been known to collapse and reshape themselves, crushing people in their wake. It's marvelous, really. There, but for the grace of Halaster go we all, so we say, you know. And there's the amount of things he lets go on. You know Arcturian, of course. You know
It doesn't
Arcturian?
ring a bell. Yeah.
No, one of his
No.
apprentices. This transmuter, very powerful chap. Created all manner of new monsters you'd never even heard of. And Halaster, my darling, he created him a whole level so he could play and toy around with whoever he wanted. I've heard that if Hallie's not too fond of people, he tends to send them there for experimental fun, you know?
Well, that sounds like a good, lovely level to go to.
Oh yes. Arcturia is a positive. I mean, he's a little less sane than he used to be, but a positive delight. Some say he's nearly as powerful as Halaster. Oh, they got on famously. Obviously, not quite as powerful as my Hallie, you know.
How long have you known Halaster for? Hallie?
I don't know. Time just moves. 1 year passes. We haven't known each other very long. 30,
So how long?
40
Not
years.
how long? 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And has he always lived here, or does he go away, come
It
back
seems
again?
It seems a long time to me, but to him, as I understand it, passes in a blink of an eye.
And
It's,
he lives here with you, or
he's very old. Well, he doesn't live with me. No, I believe he has I believe he has much finer establishments elsewhere where he sits his.
So what are you, a bit on the side, or just a bit of fun, bit of friends? Well, what's the deal?
Can we control our drow, please? What a bit on the side. We merely provide each other with much needed company. And
Well, that's fine. I mean, you know, you use your words, I use mine. I mean, it's not. I don't have any issue with it. I'm not. There's no judgment here. I'm just asking what the nature of your relationship is.
That's very nosy. I shan't say. We're just friends.
Friends with benefits?
Well, yes, absolutely. I've described. I run the teleportation circle. That's quite a benefit. Nobody else can teleport out of here or in.
That is a very handy skill to have, and it must get you a lot of friends and acquaintances.
He wouldn't even communicate with the outside world now. I heard he's jammed all spell stones and messaging stones and all the like. Yes, this is a pretty rare gift to be able to get. I can, for a smaller fee, I can take messages from you to the outside world.
That's a wonderful skill, and you're right, a very rare and delightful gift.
Yes.
So does that just work in this establishment, or is it strictly a feature of your relationship with Halaster?
Well, I can't speak to everyone else, but as far as I understand it, I'm the only person I know that he's ever let use their magic to teleport about the place. I mean, there's the old gates strewn across the maze, but they all across the maze and the dungeon, but they all have their price, you see, and some of them are a lot more expensive than just gold. No, if you want to escape the dungeon, I'm probably your best bet. Shall I?
I'm more concerned with sending
warm up
messages.
the old circle. No, okay. Messages, of course.
Alan picks up a quill and then tries to put it back, but then knocks over the vase that's in, which then him in turn then turns around really quickly to the group, but then knocks another vase over.
Bull in a scribe shop. That's what you are.
Sorry.
Don't worry, it's fine. I'll
Ripping,
clear up the.
ripping Minotaur.
What's it? She throws her hanky on the floor, and it starts cleaning up the mess itself.
Oh, that's really interesting. Could use that in the kitchen.
Yes, Minotaur, and I can also pull rabbits out of her hat. I love how easily amused you are.
So
Doesn't
about
take
that
much.
forgery kit.
Forgery kit, yes. I can do 20 gold for the forgery kit. It'll cost you an extra 10 gold if you want to. I can throw in some finer inks if you need to fool anybody of high rank or anybody official.
No, just the basic model will be fine.
Right, very well. Gift wrapped at all?
No, thank you.
Ah, that's a shame. I had a whole bit with the. It's fine. Okay, take the kit. Can I help anyone else with anything else?
You wouldn't happen to have any, I don't know, maps of this level or other levels
Absolutely.
below?
Look behind you. It's there's a book just behind you. It says complete map to the dungeon right down to level 23. It's just there behind you there.
I turn around, grab the book, flip through it.
Gets them every time, every adventure. You find a gold piece for everyone that's grabbed that book. Oh,
Good joke. Good joke.
oh, turn around. I can't wait to tell Hallie that. He's going to think it's hilarious.
Mm.
So I guess
think-
that's a no.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
well, there's very little point, you see. They change from time to time on every level. A room that you find in one place on one day is another place another day. Still, I keep an eye on the gates. As I understand it, the gates are unable to move. They are very much part of the fixtures and fittings.
And
Find
how do
a
you
gate.
use a gate?
Every gate in the dungeon has a different toll, a different price. Some require tithes, or blessings, or acts, or blood, or kindness, or words, or items. And the ones that I found have had. I found one with a picture of a tree, and by placing a branch on it, I was able to activate it. The branch was then consumed, but I was then able to travel freely between the levels. Not that I get out of Skullport much now, of course, you understand.
You seem to know quite a lot about the dungeons. Have you ever been made aware?
He's got these eyes that you won't believe, and they go around and float, and they spy on people in the dungeon.
Well, we've seen them.
Yeah.
And he's shown me them, and the amount of people that kind of try and push their way through the gates, and they headbutt them. This one chap, he headbutted this mirror like you wouldn't believe. It was an illusion, and the glass, and the
Have you ever been made aware of any drow strongholds further on down in the dungeons? Not on this level, further down.
Yeah, I believe there's an incursion on several levels at the moment, but I believe it has. To be honest, the latest one has Hallie a little worried, as far as I could tell.
Latest one?
Yes, level 3, I think it was.
This level?
He did mutter something about them gaining too much power, and influence. He's not a fan of that, you see.
So too much power on this level, level 3.
Yeah. Yes, and why don't you know that? You are of their kind.
I do know. I just wanted to know if there was any other levels that they were gaining any further strength.
I mean, I don't keep track of all who's on what level. It's a busy dungeon.
Yes, there is. That is for sure. It is a busy dungeon.
You know a lot about these portals. Have you got a document we can take which details all this?
Behind you there, third shelf
I
up.
hand the book over to Alan. Here.
Different book. This is a book of magic portals.
No. Not maps. Not maps. Documents. The portals don't change. The portals don't change.
Second shelf up.
I go up and grab it and just look at her and say,
With the second shelf. Oh, Hallie's gonna love this.
So the tree portal, if you put the branch on it, can you travel to any of the gates through that gate? You get to choose a
No.
gate.
Each gate has a particular gate linked to it. There's two halves of each gate, if you like, and you go through one and into the other. But they are reliable as you like. Once you know how to activate them, you can be whizzing around through the dungeon wherever you want in no time.
So you
Is there a
know.
portal on this level?
Yes, and I'll tell you where it is. If you look behind the secret bookshelf, just up there, third book along, pull it off, and the bookshelf.
I'm not
comes apart.
interested in your silly games. Is there a portal on this level?
Behind the bookshelf, check it out. Why is no one
She's just
insight
staring.
checking this much? Anyway,
While she's fucking with the group, I am going. Obi's going
Alex,
to
you give me a
attempt.
lift.
Graham, it seems like she's telling the truth. There really is a portal behind the bookshelf.
Alan, give me a lift.
Okay, I lift him up.
Pull the book.
As you pull the book, she rolls on the floor, like literally rolls, tapping the floor like she can't contain her laughter at this stage.
You two are idiots.
Thanks, Alan. I appreciate
Fine.
that.
Sorry, Pete, what was it you said you wanted to do while all the
While
books-
she's fucking
the
with them, I'm going to attempt another map.
Yeah, makes sense. If you want, I can say that you were doing that the whole time because you weren't too engaged in the conversation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, great. You make another map. It's pretty good, or it's
Cool.
it's as bad as you want it to be.
Sure.
So, look, you've
It's
had
a
your
fine
fun
map you've got. As a fellow professional drawer of things, how old do you want it to look? I can sort of make the edges look slightly damaged and worn. I can age it with magic. Like, is there any services you wish me to provide in terms of making that look more authentic? I can do anything.
While she's like
thank you,
having this conversation with Obi literally picks the map up and just goes, and then flattens it back out on the table, and then folds it like 3 times and tucks it in his jacket.
Tea
Or not.
stains.
Or not.
I learned that at school.
No manager. How is the tea? Is the tea okay, everyone?
It's alright. I've had better.
It's not
I
as good
like
as Alan's tea, to be honest.
It is
Yeah,
not as good as Man's
It will
tea.
is.
That
It's got a really horrible, bitter aftertaste, which nearly burns the back of the throat. So yeah, it makes sense. You like it.
I like that. Anything that burns.
That has been the only damage caused in this session was to Erin when she
Drank some alcohol.
Can I help you with anything else? Listen, I'm very tired.
Well, any other, since you seem to wander through Skullport quite frequently, any other interesting spots on this mid-level that we should spend some time at?
Depends what you're interested in. I mean, there's the trap shop that sells traps. If you like
Yeah.
traps, they
Makes
sell
sense.
traps. But they're often out. The Twin Beards, they're often out
Trapping?
adventuring and so forth. Yeah, so they're not always in. There's the Foundry, if you like such things. There's Dalagor's Fortress. Been here for years, and it's a big secret. You mustn't tell anyone. Run by the Harpers. Shh, they don't like it when you talk about it, but Hallie knows. Doesn't mind. It's fine. Lovely bunch. If you're interested in anything particular, please ask. I mean, I'm happy to help. A friend of Hallister's is a friend of mine. Well, until he kills you all or turns you into zombies or frogs or something.
Oh, that'll be the day. Look forward to it.
Oh yeah, and there's the restaurant, of course.
Oh,
I don't
that sounds
restaurant.
interesting.
What sort of food do they serve there?
Anything you like. I mean, the worm skullet is.
Is it Italian?
I don't know what is this Italian. Of,
It's just a
It's
chef
a-
thing.
Nice, far distant land. Good exotic food.
Oh, very nice. No, they serve. They serve food fit for a kobold.
Oh God.
They've got, I believe, they've got a carrion souffle at the moment, which is particularly divine.
Hmm.
And they serve worm whiz at just the wrong temperature. It's beautiful.
Just the wrong temperature.
Yeah, just go to the upper level and look for the giant purple petrified worm. Can't miss it. Walk into its maw, and they'll find you a table, or or just destroy you by pouring acid on top of you. Well, but, it's very tasty. And then there's the Nightshade's Caress, of course, on the upper level. That's a creepy old place. The owner there once sold me a mummy's hand. It's quite the
Well, it's been nice chatting to you. I think we'll make our leave.
Oh, really? Oh, I've had the best time talking to you. Still, if you wanted a complete map of Skullport, I can offer that. It's on the 4th shelf. Help yourself on the way up.
I just roll my
Sure.
eyes and just pick it up and look at the 4th shelf and then expect some laughter as I'm looking for it.
Grim, she seems like she's telling the truth.
Alan?
Is
What do you
that it? Yeah, I try to grab it and say, "Is that what you want, Grim?" And is that a map, DM?
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
There you go.
We just got a map of the whole dungeon.
No, it's just Skullport.
Oh, just Skullport. Okay, cool.
At least we,
People just don't believe me. Some people just I tell them that they just walk out of here without.
Honestly, I
Weird
cannot
that.
imagine why.
Out of the goodness
I
of
cannot imagine why.
Yeah.
You're such an honest and open and serious person.
I know. Hallie appreciates me.
But it's good to know that you can teleport us out of here if we need to, up to the surface to an orphanage.
Oh yeah, 50 gold pieces, of course. Each have it.
We just have to get back to Skullport through, rapids, laser sharks, etc.
Did you say
But once we do that, we can get out of here.
I mean, why did you go? You go out of level 3, tunnel on the right, straight here.
Huh.
It's quite simple. It's a straightforward journey. It's only a couple of passageways. You'd be here in 10 minutes if you. It's only 10 minutes away from the Zagroth level.
Well, while we're here looking at your fine map, where does Steamfall Pass go?
That's that takes you to the Durgar Warren. They're still building bits. I believe there's they come and go from there, and I couldn't tell you the layout of those passages, but there's certainly a lot of dark dwarfs that come that way.
Oh, this is very helpful.
Well, I'm glad we could.
Okay, bye.
Where would you guys like to go next?
Is there a shop called the Non-Poison Quill?
Uma leaves because that's done.
There is not a shop. I can confirm this, by the way, that it's called the Non-Poison Quill. The map you've got doesn't contain the upper level, just the middle and the lower.
They've got the guts and garters.
Oh yeah, the guts and garters is labelled on there. That's the inn. I think they talked about that already. I think the
Pete, that stretch literally made me yawn.
Sorry, guys.
Are we exploring around here, or are we going to the apothecary? Because that's obviously not on this level, is it?
I mean,
what about?
I would be willing.
What about Foundry? Daglaw's Fortress?
You guys can head where you want. Just let me know.
I need to go to the apothecary, but I'll follow you guys. I don't really mind.
Matt, did you drop a handout that I'm just not seeing somewhere?
Oh, what?
Did you
No,
drop
he-
a Oh, you
he
just
re-
revealed it
He
on the
revealed
map.
the whole map. Yeah, the whole map's the first 2 levels of this Skullport. So
Oh, blimey.
amazing.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, did you not spot that?
I'm sorry, I was
Massive. No.
not looking at the map.
Yeah. So rather than do it, I just thought it'd be easy just to reveal it on the map.
Perfect. Yeah.
The feathered rat.
Oh yeah, the feathered.
We've got the lower and middle section.
I mean, the feathered rat is on the map you've got. It's not on this map. Is underneath it just says in brackets, pet store.
Get some more rats for the zombies.
They do sell rat. That's legit. But you
Well,
don't know.
shall we head to the apothecary, and then as we find need for other places, we can always refer to our map and head
We
there.
got the map, and it's not stinking of shit as well. This is unusual.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Up and away.
Let's get to the apothecary.
Top level, you can see people moving around on the level below you and on the level below that. You can see there's like to your east, there's a big part of the cave that kind of comes down almost to where the rooftops are. Further to the east than that, you can see a giant worm-looking thing over here.
A giant worm type thing. What, an alive one?
No, it definitely looks like a worm carcass more than a living worm.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay. And yeah, I'll try and reveal your most immediate area just to make it easier for you guys to navigate. And there is a store here. It's not clear what it does. It's called Dernahoin's Jest. You can see it there. And on the swinging sign, there's a picture of gemstones.
Yes, well, that's enough to pique my interest as a player, so that's
Yep.
where Obi's going to head.
I'll follow Obi.
Okay. As you walk in, there's a guy that's kind of dressed in a pirate hat.
Even better.
But he's a dwarf, dark skinned. Afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to Dernahoin's Jest. What can I do for you?
What sort of wares do you traffic in, my
We are
friend?
browsing.
I just I can appraise and I can look after any gemstones and so forth you found that you might want to shift off your person, or I could, if you're trying to acquire such a thing, I can provide.
What, you like a bank?
Oh,
I pull out the massive diamond.
more of an appraiser. Oh my, holy!
I just hold it up. I don't get it. I don't let him touch it. I say, so give me a ballpark.
He looks like
Do you like
Gollum.
bags?
You know, like how Gollum looks when he sees the ring in Lord of the Rings. He's like, oh, and he will. Not really interested in that. Nope.
Nope.
No, not really. I suppose I could take it off your hands for. I mean, I could give you as much as 300-400 gold pieces for that, but I mean, I'd be happy to look at what if it's a rusty old thing.
Obi squints his eyes real hard and like looks through the diamond at the dwarf and is like, maybe we should start with something that appears to be more your speed. And he produces the, I believe, 6 small rubies.
Rubies. I'll give you 300 gold the set.
Oh, so we're just being actively dishonest now.
I mean, I don't know much about shiny stones, but this is like taking a piss, is it, Obi? What's going on?
Fine.
I pull out my diamond I found in the Nothic room.
She's a
I
beauty.
show him that one.
That's he's got like a little eyeglass. That's that looks like the real deal. Yeah, that's a pretty decent. How much would you be willing to trade for this diamond? What do you think? I mean, I think it's probably worth, or maybe as much as 900 gold pieces, say. But I'd be willing to give you 1,200 from the bottom of my heart. Pure kindness and sympathy for you on your travels.
So this one, the 1200 smaller diamond, I pulled the big one back out again.
Yeah.
This is 1200, and this was how much?
That's very low quality. Don't worry about that one. I'm happy to have that appraised by another party. If you want me to look after it for a bit, I can take it to my friend.
That's quite all right. That's okay.
He's
Put
pretty
them both
good at-
away. Put them both away. All right.
His bottom lip is quivering.
I think
Yes,
you like-
Alan, it seems that this proprietor is not here to barter in good faith.
No.
He whispers over. He leans over to Grim. I will give you 4,000 for the big one.
I would like to see if I can hear him.
Yeah, perception. Why not?
I lean over. I lean over to OB.
You hear him?
I lean over to OB and say, "What do you think? 4,000? We could buy a lot of supplies for 4,000
For the big one or the little one?
for the big one. The little one will give me enough for Vivify for more than our needs, given that we tend to lose limbs and shit, so it doesn't really help. But 4,000 for the larger one might be a good trade.
I
Well, let
mean,
me-
I was
think?
just really giving it to you as a spell component, but if you can make 4,000 gold off of it, I'm not going to tell you no.
I'm going to name this episode Porn Stars.
No.
Porn Stars
took back-
episode.
I
Let me get somebody in. Best I can do is 2 gold.
think that's the Guts and Garters place. I turn back to my brethren and say, 5,000 and it's yours.
I can't do 5,000, friend. Not today. Maybe you come back. I just don't. I don't keep. I mean, I could do you 4,000 and a couple of moonstones trade. I mean, I can't get 5,000.
Done.
Wow.
You have to wait here. I've got the. Will platinum be okay? I've got platinum.
Yeah,
moonstone.
but platinum would be great.
Okay. He disappears out the room. To kind of you hear like thumping downstairs if he's trying to get something together.
So what's in the room while he's gone? Like, what
Yeah.
do we see? Are there any,
Saying,
I don't know, bags of diamonds and such?
anything I can knock over.
There is a desk with a pad on it, some notes, and like a couple of magnifying glasses.
I say, hey, OB, you want to do a quick look around, see if there's anything that we should be taking note of?
Way ahead of you.
I'm just trying not to knock into anything. I'm guessing there's a lot of glass about.
I'll also take a quick peek.
There's a thump of boots coming upstairs. Have you got? Give me a perception check.
Oh, I did.
All right. It seems like there's a lot more boots coming upstairs than there were that went downstairs.
Oh, okay,
guys.
Matt. Can't have one just
Nope.
drama-free conversational setting.
I quickly turn to everybody. We have company.
I turn
Awesome.
around.
I pull in my zombies while we're at it. And put
I
them
turn
line
around
them up.
and literally knock over a cabinet.
Where's Rosie gone?
Rosie, you can drag her on actually from the tokens bit. if
I
you
can't
want.
move her anymore. I used to be able to move her, and now she just doesn't do what I tell her. She's
There's
over,
Rosie.
over here.
Well, that's just a basic zombie. Okay, I'll have to
No,
change.
it's my, I think my Rosie's on the bottom level. She didn't follow me, or I tried to get her to follow me.
Is there a door there, Matt? Are they coming up? Did he go down and open the door and go down? Did he?
Yeah, there's like a door that you came into, but there's like a door, like a backroom door, if you
That's
like.
what I mean.
You
But
went up.
it's a door. It's not a curtain or anything.
No. it shouldn't
So
have to be a
I'm
door.
going to go to the side where the door opens. I'm going to wander over to that bit of the wall and just sort of like lean up against it.
I am going to go to the opposite side of that door.
And I'm gonna sit
gonna walk
behind my
through.
line of zombies.
As he walks through on his own, and he, gentlemen, I have
My axe is literally just stopped above his head.
he has totally lost his pirate accent at this stage. Now we smell diamonds. That's I think you get the impression that's just for the passing trade, gentlemen. It's kind of got like a much more intelligent, slightly more posh accent now.
Is he on his own?
Seems to be on his own. Yeah.
So as he walks through, my right hand slowly closes the door behind him, and then I stand in front of the door.
On reflection, that 2,000 gold pieces might be enough for the larger of the gems, and maybe you throw the small one in for free.
So someone who does not stand by their word. You do know that Amanathor is very, very unhappy with those types of folks. Your word is your bond.
Traders.
Listen,
I would be forced to take
I'm
justice upon you for such an act.
Justice upon me, and
Yes.
what would the Illithid say about that? Oh,
What would the Illithid say about that?
he would say that you should probably give me the diamond that he's asked me to collect for him, if he saw one. And he would probably suggest that you took a fair price for it before walking out of here and harm befell you.
How about you tell your Illithid to come
He's
barter in
definitely
person?
He's definitely not my Illithid. And I don't think he's I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah, he's not. He's at large on this level, but he doesn't really like company and crowds too much. But trust me, you do not want to make an enemy of the mind player.
I just sort of like
Scary stuff.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Grim, I don't think that we want to be doing business with these kind of people.
This isn't business anymore. This is a purposeful transaction whereby you walk out of here with money in your skins.
Oh, okay, that's great. So give us the 4,000 that you were going to give us originally, and we'll be off on our way.
You
laugh at my suggestion.
I laugh at your joke. 4,000 was merely the amount I used to sell to punters and give me a little extra time to put the word out.
You are a very unsavory individual, young man.
That is not the first time that's been said of me.
Mm.
No, I feel much glee, and I would feel much glee for having you all killed before you leave, certainly before you leave Skullport.
Dope. I'm going to stab him.
I don't like these threats, and I think that's exactly what we should be doing.
Yeah, I didn't move from the opposite side of the door of Alan, and I'm literally just gonna fucking stab him.
Okay, well I guess I've got. I tried to give you one harmless shopping episode.
No, you didn't.
I don't know why your tokens have all gone like to half 5 foot. It should be like that.
Stab him.
Yeah. I definitely missed.
And your zombies came inside, right?
They were.
Yeah, I had a line of them between us.
Yeah, and I've got like Alan on one side of the door up here.
Mm-hmm.
So like technically Alan's on one side of him, and then like he's here, and then we've got Obi on the other side of him, and Grim was doing the talking, so I guess he's somewhere in front.
I think I'll probably stand over here somewhere. Yeah, just with my zombie. My whip is now dangling from my arm.
Actually, not. That was probably like this.
Cool whip.
There we go.
Okie dokie. And if I just do No, no, he's not there.
What?
He's not there. You can't see those yet, so they don't exist in your world. Okay, so I should be able to do that and that and that.
Holy shit, 16? The fuck?
Uma, you'll actually be first, but I'm just thematically, I'm not going to make him roll for it. I don't think that he was expecting it. I'm going to give Obi a surprise round with a stab because I think that's. It just feels like narratively that works.
I already rolled for it, but if you're telling me to re-roll, I will
No,
not.
not at all. I missed it. So, oh, you missed. Okay. Well, that's noted now. That's good to know. And this guy is gonna. You should have taken the money, and he's got from behind his back. He pulls a war pick,
Mm-hmm.
and he swings it at your face. Missing, embarrassingly. Alan.
About fucking time! I go crazy on his ass.
You just go crazy.
Yeah.
You're not going to rage on a single turn, are you?
Yep. Because I reckon there's more. I reckon there's more coming up.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I will. I'm guessing. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? So it's going to be all the things. So
Company, the whole group burns their whole resources on a single harmless shopkeeper.
Yeah, right. Not come through yet?
No, it's not come through. Not come through.
Let's try again. So 17, 15.
The 7 doesn't do much. The 17 and the 15 both hit, and the dagger will hit the deck. Oh,
So the 15 hit, did it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll just do my Divine Fury as well.
Normally he would have chainmail on, but at the moment he's still in shopkeeper's attire.
Okay.
But I'm going to leave us in combat order just because I feel like it. We should probably just do a round and just see what happens while we're in turn order. Just nice to keep people in that order,
Yeah. Have I? Sorry, I've like missed a week and I'm out of sync with something. Hang on, just 2 seconds.
Now I would like to give the entire room a real good once over.
Yeah, I'm reckless attacking that, so I do get advantage.
Yep, that's right.
So
you hit both times.
I hit both times, did I? Right. Sorry, I thought you said I hit once.
No, you hit both times. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, you hit both times, and you killed him. You killed him dead. You killed him a lot dead.
God damn it!
All over.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row. I can't roll for shit.
Yeah, so you don't sense that anything out of the ordinary is going on, but there are. I mean, there's.
Oh, hold on a minute.
There are the sounds that everyone can hear of shuffling and clumping from both outside the shop and from one of the floors downstairs.
Yeah.
Is this where the door is, right here, behind me, or is it over here?
I think the door's here. I think.
So the door you came in on is here to the street, but the back door that is it takes you just. You saw it when it opened. It's like it takes you like a thick corridor behind it, and there's like stairs going down to some kind of lower level. But that door is on this side.
So that's where that door is.
All
right.
And this.
Can I use Divine
The
Sense?
outside door's on the left.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna.
I should mark them on my bed.
DM, can I use Divine Sense?
Yeah. Remind me if just link it. Like it tells you particular things.
It's undead.
It's going to tell you that there's 4 undead real close to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely will tell you.
Protect the evil until the next turn. You can sense anything affected by Hallow spell. No location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. Oh, I've got 4 undead next to me. That is not behind social cover.
Yeah,
Yep, so that's fine.
you've detected 4 undead.
You do.
I just quickly grab the dead dwarf's body, drag it back with me to my position, and start rummaging through his clothes, see what he's got on him.
Makes sense.
He was a
While we're
twatty dwarf,
all
that one.
waiting.
He has got 20 platinum pieces, and he has got a bag of 3 moonstones, which will be worth about 50 gold pieces each. Anything else?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You haven't ordered them to do anything yet. I'm assuming the zombies.
No, I just have him standing in the line, kind of guard.
Makes sense.
Because I've
Sorry,
not done
you
any movement. I'm
If
gonna-
they not done anything this round that wanted to. Sorry, am I missing someone in turn order? By the way, we're missing Obi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why. Sorry, Obi. What did you roll for initiative?
I didn't. I let your system do it, but 1 second.
Yeah, it did not. That did not work out. Must have not selected.
So it's 22.
Well, that makes sense.
Excuse me, 23.
So you get to act a second time after your surprise round.
Cool. I would like to open the door that Alan closed,
Yeah, makes sense.
and then I'm going to.
You see,
become-
you can now see people like what looked like a host of Durgar running up the stairs.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm-
That's exactly what I wanted. That's like actually exactly what I wanted, because this. He throws out an arc of glass right in the hallway, and whoosh, a cloud of daggers forms, spinning in the stairwell.
Nice. And you hear a noise that makes it sound like one of them's got a minor shave while running upstairs. Like, fuck, damn, there must be wizards. And you hear one of them say something in Dwarven to one of the others. Which anyone's speaking?
I speak Dwarven.
Yeah.
Wait,
In which case-
wait. Never mind, I don't.
Does our dwarf speak Dwarven?
I do.
You're right by the door as well, so you should be able to hear.
You hear him say in Dwarven, "Fuck this! Let the Mind Flayer have them."
Oh,
I tell everyone they're losing their nerve.
And then you taunt them in Dwarvish?
Well, it's Obi. It's your turn again. We're top of the turn order.
Oh.
I just need to add. I need to add some people to the turn order. 1 second.
Sure, I would like to
But you're still top of it.
fire.
You can still see them gathered at the bottom, and you can hear them talking seemingly about whether they're deciding whether it's worth risking going to this cloud.
I quickly turn back to my dwarf companion and say, Grim, what is the word for coward in dwarf? No.
I tell
What is the word for cowardly slaves?
I translate for Ugg.
And whatever he says, with his silver tongue, Obi attempts to repeat it perfectly back at one of them, casting vicious mockery.
Nice. Charisma save, right?
Wisdom,
Ah, yeah, cool. Cool. Makes more sense.
which they're probably fine at.
Nope, failed.
Dope. 3 psychic damage.
Yeah, noted.
And
That's
then,
probably the closest one that's considering running up the stairs, right?
yeah, and then Obi will sort of dance back behind the zombie wall.
Okay, cool. Uma, anything from you?
How far away are they from me? I mean,
you
are they,
can't see them yet. You can hear voices downstairs, and the
where's the stairs?
cloud of daggers
Just in
just
front
at
of
the
me.
top of the
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the cloud of daggers makes a bit of a clanging noise. So,
If I move there and look down the stairs, can I see them?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll stand there, and then I'm going to get my whip out.
And you have to whip through the cloud. How big is the cloud in feet? Remind me.
It is
5 foot cube,
5
right?
by 5. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I
Oh.
not whip through the cloud? Can my whip
You
not
can-
go through the cloud?
It can. I think rules wise it can. Well, I think I'd have to rule there's disadvantage on trying to whip somebody through a cloud of spinning daggers. Or at the very least, they would have a additional AC based on their cover. I think that's probably more accurate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got nothing to
So
lose,
go for
right?
it. No, absolutely. I'm not saying you shouldn't go for it. Just that it's a hard old whip.
It's a
But
hard whip.
But you're an expert whip mistress, so you'll be fine. There you go. You're fine. You got him.
Okay, awesome. And,
Ow! The drow has teeth.
and again.
Oh! Ah.
And I will leave it there and pull back to the safety of my beloved Rosie.
Oh. Ain't no love like a drow for her zombie. I'm always saying that.
Yep, we're real good friends now.
Over your roll 44. This dwarf's going to try and leg it through.
Yeah, I would absolutely enjoy that immensely. Ah, bastards.
When your macro goes wrong, but everyone can see what you typed. Oh yeah, he kind of this dwarf with like nothing left of his beard gets to the top of the stairs. Could you with some help here? They've got a Minotaur. You could have mentioned the Minotaur, and he will attack the zombie. With a
It feels like I'm a dwarf abattoir.
12 points of damage to the zombie. And it is Zonald. Zonald has taken 12 points there.
Zonald.
Oh no!
No,
This
Zonald.
is worse than the reaction when I killed a PC 2 weeks ago. Jesus.
Don't kill Zonald.
Oh,
Like,
Well-
there was literally a shop when you can buy Zonald again and 3 more of
This
his
is-
buddies for a lock of your head.
This is the fat old zombie with orangish hair falling out, so you might not mind if he dies.
That's fair.
He is an
no
avatar.
one's
after
touching
all.
my.
Yeah, that's about when the front door opens. Just fun. Like pushing the zombie out of the way, and the mind flayer walks in.
Ah,
Oh my god.
You haven't seen a mind flayer before. Looks a bit like this.
And we're supposed to finish this fight in 30 minutes, Matt?
Well, it's only the first mind. It's only the first mind flayer. Don't worry about this guy.
surely there's only one of them.
Well, they
Yo.
generally work in a collective, but hey, what do I know?
Yeah, you know.
Hey,
Well, this
Christian.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead. I know.
I don't know if you know this, but strictly metagaming, they eat brains.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it will probably go for the Minotaur. But I'm just looking for the range of its tentacles.
2 inches. I
No,
think it is.
it will have to go for the drow. It'll have to go for Uma. So Uma, it's going to attack you with its tentacles, and it's going to miss. It is going to miss attacking with its tentacles.
You should probably slap it back with the tentacle you have.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's going to attack with tentacles again, and do 9 psychic damage.
Okay, can I cast Hellish Rebuke?
You are now grappled with beard tentacles.
There's a reaction, I think. Yeah, you can do. I think.
You can absolutely. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has anyone? Yeah, absolutely. That's
How I took 9 damage. Sorry, 9 damage. Right.
it's a dex save, and he passed. But that's because it's a spell slot. I guess that's half damage to a pass. I think.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it would be.
a. Yeah.
So, has anyone's character ever seen a mind flare before?
I would assume that OB has.
Oh. Yeah,
Give
and
me
me.
a-
Well, I don't know that he would have dealt with them directly, but
I might
You
have
can
read
give-
about them.
You can give me anyone that wants to. Can give me a history and/or perception check. Preferably both. Okay.
you said both.
Yeah. So out of everyone, I think Obi, you're the only one that notices. This doesn't seem like your run-of-the-mill mind flayer. His clothes seem like where a mind flayer will quite often wear this kind of dark leathery cloak. He's got kind of more of a colourful motif. There's like strips of red in his back. There's bits of other clothes sewn into his armor. He is an unusual-looking fellow. Looks more less like you're part of the collective, but more like an individual and unique soul.
Okay.
Try and talk to it. Try and talk to it.
You've not read about a mind flayer that's dressed in quite these sorts of clothes. And
Sure.
as he kind of grapples Uma with his tentacles, he's got this wild, almost mad look in his eyes. He doesn't say anything. He just hisses, but he looks around. His head moves jerkily, like he's almost paranoid in looking behind him. Doesn't look quite right in the head.
Cool.
Can we try and talk to it?
Well,
Well, you can definitely try.
mm,
Another 44 for the next Durgar to run through him.
Sure.
Excuse me, Mr. Mind Flayer.
You have to wait till your turn. Aaron.
wait till your turn, young drow.
Sorry.
Even Drow are part of the. Don't apologise. You're Drow. Say fuck you, but we're out of wait.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk no one thought.
It's my idea. I should go first in combat.
That sounds like a game we once played with Stalking Thunder.
Well, I recognise the mind flare. I've not fought one. I very, 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 very do avoid these things. So I just shout out, just keep that thing away from me as I smack the one in front of me, the Durgar. I was gonna run in, but yeah, I'll be fucking screwed if I do that.
Absolutely smack it.
Smacking it.
Oh, it's dead.
So
It'd already taken some damage. Like it'd already got a shave on the way up, and it just kind of falls onto the floor. Its
So I
legs twitch stumpily for a second.
to move and bonus action attack that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let me just smack this one.
Yep.
Hang on, with all set.
Oh, this is the last roll is a. Yeah, that's not going to quite. Do
Well, the 50 doesn't do it. No.
No.
Okay.
But he looks terrified, by the way. Like he expected to deal with a few people selling a gem, not a room full of freaking zombies and a minotaur.
Which is chopping up his
Something
friends.
And as the first one falls, you hear the Illithid. 44.
Boop 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 doop boop.
Such a lot of mileage out of that spell.
Yep.
Like in terms of value per spell slot, that's a cracker.
Well, it does help that I play this game a lot and understand how to, and may have had some tactics training at some point in my life.
Well, I call that cheating, frankly, but carry on. You say potatoes, I say potatoes.
Tactics and playing by the rules. Definitely
I'm
cheating.
not used to this in my gaming crew. This is ridiculous stuff.
It's
Right,
weird
so
how choke points work.
yeah, Zeeves.
Come on, Zeus.
I just tell him to attack. So what does the zombie get to do?
Brains.
You should have access to the sheet, I guess.
I guess let's see here. Pull up a
Does that work
zombie.
for you, Howard? Have you got access to attack with him?
Does he have a?
If you go to the tokens,
I can go double shift. There we go. Character sheet. Ah, got it.
yeah, there you go.
All right.
I was hoping this would work.
Action slam. All right, here we go.
Boom.
He will slam the mind flayer.
Yeah. Overwhelming. Keep that thing away from me.
It takes some bludgeoning. Oh! Nice.
And he'll move forward to here.
Makes sense. He wants to be closer to Rosie. I can understand that.
Yes.
Oh, they're married, though.
They were
Once
anyway.
upon a time.
Child.
Once
Rosie's a
Um,
girl.
There's more footsteps on the stairs, but there's mutterings about whether they really want to go upstairs into the room of death. Wheezy.
Wheezy is the kid. He'll also.
Oh my god, it's an actual family.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, look at that. It's a
These zombies are
little
smacking
bugger.
shit out of a mind flare. You're awesome. You should get yourself an army of them on the way out. There's like another 8 in the cage.
Yeah. They had 25 in that cage.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Rosie?
Can Rosie swap positions with Uma, or is Uma kind of
I mean,
stuck in the
that's pretty
corner?
complex for a zombie to do. They look more sort of brains. Not,
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just
Tap on the shoulder. Excuse me.
move out the way? while I get- It's embarrassing, awkward, but
She's being commanded by Uma, so I just wondered if they could. I don't know if she can get to the mind flare
yeah,
from
you can
there.
attack at an angle. You can do
Yeah.
So whatever they did before, body slamming, whatever it is.
Howard, if you've got it open, do you want to do a body slam for Rosie?
Sure. Let's see here. Ooh, nice.
Zombies.
I'm
take-
very-
About time. My zombies are better than my character. Great.
I think Ronald might finish the mind flayer off.
So it's Zonal's time. And by the way, Wheezy, for Wheezy's turn, is going to back off.
Makes sense.
Now, can the mind flayer? So the mind flayers grapple Uma, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Uma's in the corner.
So there's
big
no-
tentacles writhing around her and trying to pull her
Which she's
into-
probably enjoying as a drow.
Right. But therefore there's probably no there's no opportunity attack.
No, not at all. None at all.
All right. And then Zonald is gonna come in there. He'll take the opportunity attack from the Durgar. Actually, you know what? No, he's gonna stay there. Actually, he'll attack this guy.
Makes sense.
Brains.
4 for 4.
Nice. Woohoo!
I'm not seeing these rolls, where are they?
I'm not either.
No.
Oh, it's because they're set to. Because
Oh, they're set to GM.
all the
So I
tokens
rolled
are now
18, 18, 19, 18. I know, I'm just so happy.
Epic.
Grim, what are you going to do? I just,
All right.
but I did not intend for him to be slaughtered by zombies.
So how rough does the Mind Flayer look?
I mean, he's taken some bruises, but he's not looking like he's about to fall over.
Okay, so if I guess if I go up to him, how would I if I grapple him, does that disengage his grapple? I guess what's the easiest way for me to fling him? Like, what do I have to do? Is it a strength check?
You would have to pull him and do a straight up strength check, like pull him away.
All right, we'll do that. But that'd be my action, right? So
Oh yeah, for
move
sure.
here.
DM, did I get skipped? Or is this still first round?
It's still first round, and the mind
Okay.
flare hadn't appeared when you had your last turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna try to fling the mind flare to here. All right, give it a shot. Strength check. Oh yes!
Yeah, that's
Grim?
full thrown.
About time.
Like, where do you
He's
want-
now
like, like,
engaged
him?
for me, is he?
Just there.
He's been thrown away from you.
Nice.
Cool. I think most of those Durgar aren't going to be able to. They are going to chicken out at this stage.
Just queue up to go through the daggers and then
Maybe.
get smacked by Minotaur.
Before then, I want to do my bonus action, however,
Apologies.
and I will do the sacred chicken. Right.
Of course.
Yes, chicken.
Do you drag that on yourself?
Yeah, let me find. Oh, no chicken, but I got the improved flaming comb.
Which I believe is chicken.
Where's that? Huh? It's not. For some reason, it's not letting me drag.
Oh, I'll try and do it then. That's odd.
Handout token.
Improved thing. It worked for me. Weird.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Perfect. He'll go right here and peck.
I don't want to have to say. I don't want to have to ask you, like, how do you do this as the chicken kills the mind flare?
Oh my god, it hasn't. No.
I don't know.
Shoot.
Roll it.
Darn. One.
You right?
Yeah, I just have to. Where's the spell? I had to select the chicken to do the.
That makes sense.
There we go.
No, that's a miss, unfortunately.
Bummer.
Yeah,
All right.
You only get to hit with like 5 out of your 6 attacks this round.
Yeah, it's fair cop.
Uma, what would you like to do? You're no longer being grappled by beard tentacles, but you recognize this as being.
I'm definitely ahead of Uma.
You are, yeah. Where have you gone?
You are definitely ahead of me. You were 23, weren't you?
No, I legit skipped you that time. It's on you.
Okay, where is the Mind Flayer token?
It's to the south of the chicken.
Oh, that looks like a zombie to me. Okay, since it's preoccupied, Obi's gonna sneak over and stab the shit out of it.
Well, that seems like
Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
Pete, I don't know what to say. I feel awkward looking at dice rolls tonight. Awkward as
Yeah,
hell.
well, the spell dice rolls are great, but everything else is just shit.
Anything else from Obi?
Yes, he will bonus action, disengage, and move here to start stabbing dwarves. Well, at this rate, not stabbing dwarves.
Attempt to.
Noted. Well, this one's going to try and stab Obi.
I would like to.
Oh no, it's
No.
Uma first. Anyway, Uma first.
Magic
Sorry.
tentacles.
What were you going to say?
No, it's you first.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool,
I
cool,
was
cool.
going to react to being stabbed.
That makes total sense.
Okay. I am going to keep it simps, and I'm going to whip the Mind Flayer with my whip twice.
Miss.
Ugh, bastard.
Ah, there you go.
Hit.
Yeah.
Turns
There you
around to
go.
face you, tentacles writhing.
You do
You
a good
don't
one
hear-
in that.
Oh,
Whatever. Come on. I've got a chicken between me and the mind flare now, so I feel a
You
little
actually hear that
more.
in your ears. You hear that in your mind, unfortunately. It kind of you hear the hiss, and then you hear the word drow straight through to your brain.
Mhm.
It doesn't surprise
Yeah.
you because you would know that these things are telepathic.
No, it doesn't frighten me at all. Bring it. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I'm done.
I'm going to try and hit Obi, who's reacting. Obi, I'm now attacking you with the thing that you can react to do the thing.
Cool. I'm going to call his mother a whore and use cutting words.
Your mother was a hamster.
Yep, makes sense.
What the hell? Oh, a bardic die, so 1d6. Macros. Hey, look at that. So -6 to its attack roll.
Oh, nice. It's got no chance.
Or whatever it's trying to do.
No, it absolutely misses.
Cool.
Absolutely misses. The mind flare is going to do mind blast.
Yep, that tracks.
And it's going to get everyone, including the Duergar, apart from... Like, it's not going to hit the chicken or Uma, and it's not going to hit Wheezy. But it's going to get Grim, Obi, 3 Duergar, and Alan. And all of those people need to take an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Sweet.
I don't know how to do that for Rosie.
I just rolled a d20. I
What
think.
the
All
fuck?
right. Way to go.
That's
Oh
a
my
natural
God.
one, Matt.
Alan,
Oh,
Alan, you still have inspiration. I was thinking of
Yeah.
using mine, but it would have been a waste.
No, I need to do it. You're right.
Okay, noted. So you passed with inspiration. That's good news. That 14's a fail, but I've assumed you're taking the 19 from the double roll you've already done.
Yes.
yes, you are.
Yes, DM, whatever you just said.
Everyone takes, if you fail, you take 22 psychic damage.
Dope. Any extra effects?
Everyone who failed is also stunned
Sweet.
for 1 minute.
That's what I was waiting to see.
Yeah. The two of the Durgar have just died to psychic damage. Like they both kind of dropped to their knees and they grabbed their heads in pain.
Oh dear. So what you're saying, Jim, is that currently against the mind flare we've got a chicken, a zombie, and me.
Yeah,
I think
Grim's
And the
there.
chicken.
Alan's still
The chicken
passed with
being.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, and Alan.
Do I take any
Oh
damage?
God.
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
And how did anyone roll for Rosie? What did she roll?
She rolled 4. Don't
Okay.
kill her. No.
Oh, she's straight out dead then.
Oh, Rosie!
You had one zombie to look after, Aaron. And,
One zombie.
Oh, you took away the other one. You took away Zonald.
The wrong one. You didn't take away.
I'm really
But then
sorry.
again, Zonald hadn't rolled, so let's see if
These have
right,
all got their own personalities now. We're very upset the wrong character token's been destroyed.
No, I was really fond of Rosie. We were getting on really well. She didn't talk much,
Zonald
but
back. How's Zonald done with the saving throw?
nope.
Nope, Zonald is down.
There you go. We need to buy some more zombies.
Yeah.
we've only got the kid left now.
Yeah.
Now we're responsible for an orphan zombie.
Anyway, that's the mind flayer's turn. Alan, it's on you.
I'm just running at the mind flare now. I've felt the attack by the mind.
You need to rage.
And I'm raged. I'm already raging.
Rage against the dying of the light.
And I am Is there an attack of opportunity, DM, though, from that Durgar? I moved away from there,
Technically,
so I was
I
there.
mean, if it wasn't for the fact that he's on the wrong side of a cloud of daggers, he would probably be running right now. Although I guess if you're stunned, can you still concentrate? What's the cloud looking like? He's missed you anyway. It doesn't matter.
Okay, fine.
You have to take a Constitution check on the concentration. I guess if you're stunned, you probably can't concentrate anyway. I haven't looked at that.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. Well, I guess I technically just make a con save because I don't.
Yeah, there's no
'Cause I-
rule for it. Make a con save.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The
Great.
blades go away.
Alan, sorry, what are you doing?
I'm hitting it.
You were attacking the Mind Flayer, was that? You're not going to
Mhm.
attack the Duergar? Or...
Nope, I've got to run straight towards the thing.
It's looking pretty wounded now.
So, hang on a minute. I've got.
Second one missed.
So I missed. Hang on, Divine Fury on the first one.
Yep.
And then I'll action
Noted.
surge again to do it again.
Action Surge.
hmm
That's another 27 plus damage. Looking really, really unhealthy.
Okay.
Looking ropey.
Oh, can't do the
He's,
bonus action.
some of his tentacles hanging off, and he's like one of your axe wounds is kind of smashed into his shoulder, and his like arms nearly hanging off by his side. Anything else, Alan? Any extra bonus?
Just
like
trying to
sixth
look.
attack that you need to know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I can get sixth attack. But no,
Shut up, you.
I know I'm being a twat.
He's nearly dead.
Yeah,
See if Wheezy can finish him off.
come on.
Come on, Weezy.
So I'm looking at Wheezy. So the undead fortitude, would that count against Psionic? So technically the other guys might be still alive.
Good, actually, I'd forgotten about Undead Fortitude.
Ooh, what's that do?
Yeah.
Constitution check. That's a miss.
Constitution check of 5 plus the damage. Let's see, okay. Damage taken. Oh, 22. Yeah, they can't pass anyway, right?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yep, no hit.
Good try. Zonald.
Donald down here. And
I really want this to be a bad roll. I don't want this combat to finish with a Zonald.
no, this would be epic. Come on.
Come on.
20! Yes! But it's only 2 damage.
Zonald, how do you want to do this?
Oh my god.
Donald just literally just lunges forward and headbutting the Mind Flayer.
Like, and as you headbutt him, like he's taking damage from the axe. It's almost like his head just like implodes, and like this like massive grey brain just drips down his face as he falls onto the floor in front of the zombie.
Can't believe that. That's epic rolling. No, absolutely brilliant.
The Duergar is going to attempt to run away through the cloud of daggers. Having seen what's happened to the mind effect,
There's no daggers.
He's legged it.
There's no daggers.
And I'm calling it there. That combat is over.
Not a bad.
All right,
kill count.
I'll search the fancy Mind Flayer. While everyone else checks out the room.
I want to go down the stairs.
We're still stunned for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll sort of like walk
Oh,
to the top of
every-
the stairs.
But every turn we can do an intelligence check, right? Or something like that. Right.
Never mind, I'm no longer stunned.
It doesn't matter. Like you can always wait a minute. It's not a big deal.
All my bad rolls. Ah, look at that.
Mind Flayer's got like a little telescope in its pocket. It's got some tweezers, what look like some nail clippers, and they all look like they're from different people. Like he's collected these items from different people. There's like a hairbrush There is a small bag of copper coins. There's a little like a metal locket. It doesn't look like it's worth anything.
Okay.
They're little trophies or keepsakes.
I would like to start turning over the whole top room.
Give me an investigation check. Yeah, you don't find anything in the top room. There's like an array of like magnifying glasses and ocular wear.
Would you
Other
say
than
there's
that-
a jeweler's kit?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a jeweler's kit if you're after a jeweler's kit. Absolutely, 100%.
Cool.
And probably a reasonable place to leave it, actually.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Say. Well, I did
Yeah.
not realize. I wasn't sure what was going to happen tonight because I wasn't sure what threads you guys were going to pull out really. But I didn't realize it would turn into the barter episode.
It was like literally an episode of Porn Stars. It was brilliant.
Yeah, so it's always good when the DM has to suddenly start putting up the standard cost for strange gems of different sizes when you're asking for it. It's like, what happens to the diamond? Google. Oh no, my DM, I know all that stuff instinctively. It's fine.
It's definitely not because the Dungeons Master Guide is a reference and not something you should read page to page.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I have read it all page to page, but I don't memorize it page to page. I must admit.
Hell no, that's way
Yeah.
too much information.
Yeah, thank you, D&D Beyond.
Yes,
Thanks, guys.
That's why
This is a good one this week.
that's why I continue to pay
cool.
for it despite owning a
You
lot of
are-
books.
You are exactly for reference next week, 25 foot away from the Nightshade's caress. Like, if that was your
Eh.
goal, you'd nearly made it.
And are we any closer to 8th level?
Yeah, you are closest to 8th level.
All right.
Pretty damn close. You are 1 milestone away.
So when I
Nice.
burn down this building and leave Hope Spinner's insignias all over the place, that sounds like 8th level.
No.
Definitely sounds like 8th level. I'm all over that.
There's no milestone for burning down an empty building after your zombies killed an illithid you failed to handle yourself.
It's true. Zombies, dude.
I was just saying I'm going to
zombies
further the
got the-
story through arson.
The zombies got the.
Didn't we do that in Strahd as well in the village? Didn't we burn down like half the village? Was that Civil
villages,
War?
mills, small children.
Well, we definitely did get kicked out of more than one village.
Mhm.
By the end of it, you couldn't go back to any of the villages. You had no choice to go to the castle. 'cause
We
you were
tried.
But we did assemble the Avengers, so you
Yeah,
know,
we did.
there's
That was
that too.
Cheers, everyone. That was
right.
Yeah.
fun shop.
That was great.
Ooh.
All right, guys, catch you next
Take
week.
care. Yep.
See you later.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
See you later. Cheers, Eric. Cheers,
Bye.
Eric.